Okay, I think we should be good. I'm trying some new, I don't know, screens here to give everyone a little bit more to look at other than just my face. Or I should say just my game before we start. I should have some audio going now for both the game and me. I'm going to adjust the game audio a little bit. I still have yet to figure out how to properly, manage both game sound and my sound as we play. So it's going to be a little rough in my ear, but I think we'll figure it out as we go. But welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining the stream tonight. I am your host and Dungeon Master of Level 1 Adventuring. What is Level 1 Adventuring, you might be asking? It's this channel. What do we do here? Primarily, we do TTRPG, tabletop role-playing game content. Every Wednesday, we typically, when we all can get together, this big group of mine meets for a 5th edition homebrewed campaign known as the Shards of Chaos. And when they can't meet, we find other fun things to do together. And on days where it's just me, I like to stream some solo side content, of which you are now a part of right now. So with that being said, please follow us in all the things. YouTube, we just broke 100 followers here, which is awesome, and we're hoping to push more. But our YouTube is still could use some help growing. And if you want to see all of the episodes of either the D&D campaign or previous episodes of Solasta or whatever, they're all on the YouTube anyway, so it's good to get there. Also follow our Discord. We post announcements there. That's where I update our campaign journal, and it's also going to be a 5th edition play-by-post space soon. That's a New Year's goal of mine. I think that is all the formalities. I'm also eating a big thing of beans, because your boy didn't eat yet today. Well, I mean, actually, that's a lie. I ate a lot. So, one of the reasons, I'm going to talk with my mouth full. One of the reasons why I decided to play Solasta today, because usually, why beans? I will tell you why, Ghostly Flower. Also, thank you for joining the stream. Usually I give chat or any of our various outlets to converse with us what I should solo stream, right? There are usually a couple options. There's Solasta, there's D&D Design Nights, we're reading The Hobbit right now, the book out loud, which is very fun. Bunch of stuff, but so it's the holidays, right? And my mind has been completely checked out for the past couple of days. And then also today, I agreed to dog sit and cat sit for my friend Sydney, who's actually one of the party members on Level 1 Adventuring. She plays Viola, our cleric. So if you've been watching the show, you'll already be familiar with Sydney. But she literally said, we have all this food in our fridge from various parties. We need it out, clean it up. Which I did. I ate a lot of food, their food, today. And also, just the way my lizard brain works, right? Yesterday, I was beating myself up because it's like, oh man, you've been so lazy for the holiday. You should go to the gym. So then I went to the gym, super late, normally later than I do. And then I got to their place, and I was like, oh yeah, I can just eat all of their food. And so I probably negated all of the effort I made. But why beans, Ghostly Flower? It's because I came home today, and there was already a half a can that I didn't eat yet. And today's all about easy brain. Today's all about no effort brain. Today is about, I've been on vacation mode for a week. I'm going to turn on performance mode on our stream so things run a bit smoother. Smoothlier. Not a word. Today is all about easy brain. And so that is why beans. Long story short, Ghostly Flower. But with that being said, after I've given you the rundown on that. Oh, and if you're new to the stream and you've not seen me play Solasta yet, okay, but at least add bread or something. Man, as much as straight beans. How do you think you're on the range? You are riding through the wastes. Do you think you got time for bread? No, all you got's beans. You got beans and a dream, and that's what this stream is about. Beans, dreams, and streams is what we're gonna rebrand. Beans, dreams, and streams. Yes, well, I mean, okay, fair. Like I said, easy brain. Smooth brain tonight, Ghost. I'm sorry. Lizard brain tonight. All right. If you've not seen me play Solasta, what is Solasta? Solasta is a video game, which you will see in a moment. It is based off of the 5th edition D&D rule set, right? Basically, long story short, is the open game license, which actually there's a lot of turmoil in the RPG community around the open game license right now. That's a topic for another day. But basically, this game company wanted to make a video game. They used the open game license content that D&D Wizards of the Coast provides to make their own video game based off of the Dungeons & Dragons rule set, but like, you know, nothing like licensed that would get them in trouble, and then modified it to kind of their own tastes, right? So this game, as far as I've seen, plays very closely to an actual game of 5th edition D&D, which is very, very cool. But it's also their own story and their own takes on things, which is also fun as well. And I want to play all through this before Baldur's Gate drops, the officially licensed D&D game, because I know I'm going to spend a lot of time playing it. And I'd like to not juggle 2 games at once, you know. But with that being said, let me double check my stream just to make sure that this works properly. There we go. That should be looking pretty snazzy. Turn on performance mode again. All right. So let's go into... Yeah, all my audio capture should be on. Let's go into our load game, where we were last time on the Twitch adventure. So I'm gonna keep eating beans, much to Ghostly Flower's dismay. I'm sorry, Ghost. This is just how it is. Sometimes you gotta survive. Sometimes you gotta spelunk into a cave with a bunch of lizards, which you'll see. And all you got's beans. Beans and a battle axe. That's how the best of us make it through. Alright, so as a European, it's a personal attack. Because of bread? But why? Because it's only beans or there's no bread. Why is it a personal attack? I mean, I guess there's an argument for either, but I would definitely like to see it's only beans. Okay, all right. This is not a declaration of war. I apologize. Whoa, friendly creature, Beryl Stonebeard. Okay, so I'm trying to remind myself. What does this mean? Okay, so it's been a while since we played. Long story short, last time we were all together, we narrowly escaped. Is it at least Heinz beans? Okay, so here's the deal. I'll put this on pause because I know we're gonna have a fight about this. Number one, no, it's not. They're not Heinz beans. They are whatever super generic store-bought, you know, deliverable bean is. I got that. That being said, I'm from Pittsburgh, so Heinz brand is very important to me. You know, I respect the respect that you're putting on Heinz names right now. Real recognize real. And I would never be caught dead with like a Hunt's ketchup in my fridge. Let's you know, let's get that out of the way. But, you know, the beans are a little different to me than ketchup. I guess I have more brand loyalty to ketchup than I do the beans. But I see where you're coming from, and I just want you to know that I see you, I hear you, I'm here for you, but just right now these beans aren't. Sorry. I didn't realize the beans were going to be such a point of contention in this stream tonight. I mean, I'm here for it. Let's fight over it, but as I choke on them. So yeah, long story short, we go to this fort. Damn, I've lost all respect now? Oh my god, this is literally the first time you're chatting in and you've lost all respect? I don't know how I'm going to come back from this. I might as well just quit while I'm behind. Long story short, see, that's what happens if they... they choke you. Are you trying to convince me that the beans themselves are murderous? The beans themselves they have ill intent toward me. Wouldn't they want to endear themselves to me because they know that I have Heinz loyalty and they're trying to, like, you know, sneak their way in? The murder beans. That's what I would... Actually, no. I was going to say that's what I call my cat's toes, but that's not true. She's perfect, and she would never do anything mean with those little beans. Those are good beans. Those are just pure-hearted beans. So you're watching me manage my inventory right now, which I know is super exciting, because our ranger is really good at not hitting her target. So she lost a lot of arrows, but I think we should have enough now to move forward. Okay, so yeah, long story short, last adventure, we narrowly escaped getting eaten by a bunch of lizards. 10 out of 10 ranger. Yeah, like that's like this game is cool. So, you know, let's go back. I'll show you my party because since you're a new chatter, you might not have seen them before. But yeah, let's go to our ranger. So this game is cool because once again, it uses all the D&D 5th edition rule set stuff except for the stuff they modified. And you kind of don't play like in a normal game like this, you know, you kind of play like your main character and then you have your party members, right? In this game, you actually create the entire party. So you don't have like sort of that one hero character and like the cast of like other cool characters who like aren't as important. You make the whole party. And so the game is really about the party dynamic and very much like, you know, how you play with your friends. Like you're kind of building your characters all at once. And they kind of talk together and make decisions together. There's a part of the game where when you pick your background, they, you know, you get to choose like their personality and how they talk, and that dictates some of their responses in the game. It's very cool. It's a cool idea. Obviously, like, this game does not have, like, the budget that Baldur's Gate does, and Baldur's Gate already has, like, a bunch of great ideas. I played the playtest going on in it. But I think this, like, whole party dynamic is, like, really cool, and that's something more games should, like, look at. But yeah, this is our ranger, Gwynhaleth Norleem. I spelled her name wrong, but I can't fix it, so whatever. She's a Wood Elf Ranger, pretty classic. We also have Adraxis Belcalor, and he is our sorcerer, so sort of our ranged magic DPS. For some reason, his tail is just going straight down. No animation on that tail right now, just straight to the floor. But yeah, lots of fire spells. Dragon Boy, we love him. We have Fasima. Oh, they're all kind of like idling weird right now. Oh, maybe it's because they don't have her. They are still kind of idling weird right now. The tail is me mentally right now. Yeah, just broken, just like trying to get as low to the ground as possible. Yeah, I feel that. Fasima's our cleric, so our off tank and our healer. And what's cool about Fasima is that Fasima is actually one of the subclasses which is unique to this world, the Solasta that they made. If you're familiar with D&D, you know, every class has a subclass that gives it like different abilities. And her church, right, her holy order is the Order of Insight. So she actually has a lot of abilities that helps with like skills and noticing things. And in social interactions, she actually gives us knowledge about what our best path forward is for communicating with people, which is really cool. So there's Fasima. And then finally, Korug, big boy Korug. Korug is our just all brain is beans barbarian, big buffy boy, just all the B's. Alliterate as much as you want as long as it begins with B. Korug, for some reason, despite having very middling charisma and, you know, his default setting is murder, is the one that wants to talk all the time. Just is like always starting the conversations. But, you know, we love him for it, and he's our barbarian, so he's kind of like our main tank / melee DPS. What's also cool is that last session, they all hit 3rd level, which is like a big thing for D&D 5e, because that's when most classes get their subclass, the thing I was just talking about. So we're going to see new abilities from pretty much all of the characters today, presuming they get into a fight, which, you know, this is D&D, so they probably will. So that's cool. But yeah, so basically last session we were narrowly avoided getting eaten by a bunch of lizard people who are apparently interdimensional lizard people is what we kind of learned. There we go. I'm forgetting how to play the game. And we had to escape them through these tunnels, which we did, but then we had to fight a bunch of them. And we have these 2 characters with us who are... They are from the camp that we saved, so our objective is to get them out safely. If they die, we lose. So that's an important thing to note. But what's good is Beryl, who is the NPC cleric they gave us, is like hot shit. Like last combat, she did major work on like everybody, which I was very impressed with. So she's not helpless by any means. None of the characters really are. Even the other guy who is not Beryl still did a pretty good job. Oh yeah, there's a treasure over here I was trying to figure out how we could get. There's a bridge over here that we can push. And there's a stone down here we can push. Okay, alright. Let's see what we can figure out here. Let's push the stone. Let's swing the camera around. No path to destination. Y'all can't jump down there? Oh, whoa, there we go. There's Korug. See, that's why you send Korug out. Korug to do the big jumps and the climbs. Alright, so if you push that there, what does that mean? Oh, can you get up here? Is that what that means? Yeah! Korug. Strong boy, jumping around. Okay, so Korug, rifle around in there, see what you find. Oh, okay. Alright, a primed short sword. That sounds cool. And a burden poisoned bolt. I mean, I'm gonna take everything, but just to familiarize myself with some of this stuff. And then also Korug should be able to push this over. Right? Yeah. There we go. Yeah, this is where we fought all those lizards last time, and that was nuts because they were jumping from platform to platform. We also learned in the previous session they can spider climb. They can, like, climb. Ah, that is cool. That actually probably would have been very useful during the fight. Okay, note to self. And we'll get that treasure that's there. But, oh, new armor? Studded leather, light. Protection, standard, leather. Okay, we'll take it. Yeah, the AI is actually very deviously, in my experience so far, pretty deviously smart. We learned that they could climb on walls, and then we also learned that they had regeneration, right? So there was a whole thing in this fight, if you watch back the episode, as everyone jumps into each other's space, where they were like throwing like daggers at us, then climbing on the wall when they would take damage to stay away from us to regenerate. It was like very smart. Like, I was thinking to myself as a dungeon master, like, it's a very grimy tactic, but like a very effective one, and it's one I'll probably steal one day. Because it was very frustrating, especially because a lot of our ranged characters were, once again, not hitting their marks, and our melee characters were just floundering about, getting peppered with arrows. Okay. We found the ancient library, says my map, which sounds cool. But I don't see anything that looks like a library yet, just a lot of rocks. What's over here? Nothing? Okay. Let's go over this direction. Ah, another push. Okay, so we probably won't... No one can jump that, right? That's too... Even Korug, right? No, Korug's gonna do it? Korug! That's a big jump. Ailing, hello, welcome back. It's always a pleasure to have you. Don't worry, you haven't missed much except me being berated for eating beans, which I'm going to do right now on camera because you know I wanna foster your hate. It fuels me. Your anger gives me strength. Have me some beans. Straight up beans. Nothing else. Why is that so weird? No bean. Thank you. 20 thought. Thank you. No bean slander. We have some pro bean people in the chat. Honestly, I did not expect this night to be so bean centric, but I'm here for it. I mean, I don't know. Like, they're like baked beans, you know. They have like a little zest. You know, they're campfire style. They got like a little, you know, little something going on. Not just like, you know, bean flavored beans. That's gotta count for something. All right, what's this? Just like a bunch of mushrooms, I guess. Goblin hair fungus. We found a lot of that. I have not looked ahead into any of the crafting stuff in this game. I'm assuming that's like, I can make a potion with that or something. The only thing I have against beans is people who edit them edit them in terrible cursed locations? Is this like a meme that I'm not aware of? Like a bean meme? Huh, it said I found a library, and then it said this looks like the exit. Alright. Reminds me of the bean crocs. Wow, I'm very out of touch. Someone made an actual hat out of beans. I mean, listen, you gotta, yes, I'll post them later. Please, yeah, if you want to look at some sweet bean memes, go to the level 1 Discord, link down below, so Aileen can give us all some bean memes.
We're safe.
We still have to go back to Caer Kiflin.
The road isn't far.
I suppose we'll meet again in Caer Kiflin. Are you good to return by yourselves?
Of course.
Sure.
Oh, sure. Maybe. Oh, that was Daddy Hat. Daddy Hat from last stream was a fan favorite. Oh, wow. Okay, it's been a while since I've seen the overland travel thing. Oh, Caer Kiflin. Here's the thing about Caer Kiflin. So Caer Kiflin is like the main hub for all of our questing activity, but it is so hard to navigate. At least for me, I'm having like a lot of spatial awareness issues with it. I don't think it's the game, I just think it's me being new to the game and not understanding how the map works, but I was struggling to find it last time we played. Someone recreated it and... Wait, oh, it was a frozen bean hat. I guess that makes sense. I don't really know how you would make a warm bean hat. Oh, thank you, 20 Thawed, for the follow. We appreciate you. We see you. We love you. We hope to have you back. I promise not all chat is bean chat, but if you're here for bean chat, then I promise you that every chat is bean chat. So how about that? All right, so we're going to go to Caer Kiflin. Probably get lost in the city. Travel pace. Oh, yeah, that's right. We actually do like a little mini game of traveling. It's been a while since I've done this. I mean, the game hasn't really given me any reason to believe that traveling any faster would be better. Like, there's no, like, time crunch on our hands. Like, there's nothing pressing. Interrupt when an item has been crafted. You know what? I think if every time you see beans and you think of me, I think the stream will have done its job. You know what I mean? This reminded me I need to continue my first Solasta playthrough. Yeah, I mean, I picked up this game. I downloaded it ages ago, and, you know, life got in the way. But then I decided I wanted to start streaming more, and I was like, oh, this would be great, like, content. So it's, like, it's been a long time coming. I feel the same way about my, all my Pathfinder Kingmaker. I'm, like, really sleeping on Kingmaker, which is so good. Obviously, I'm sleeping on my Baldur's Gate pre-release playthrough, but I kind of want to, because I don't want to burn myself out on Baldur's Gate before the game actually drops, because I'm going to play a lot of it when it comes out. Also, the reason why I need to have a very easy brain day today is because while I was staying over my friend's house, I don't have a lot of streaming services, because I am cheap. Oh, the party collected crafting materials. We rest. I hope we get into a fight. I just want to scrap. You know? Manages collect. Did we get there? I like that. Adraxis writes a letter to goodness knows who. Starts a game of dice. Okay. I was staying over at my friend's house last night, dog sitting. And I don't have a lot of streaming services because I'm cheap. And I decided to start Andor, right? Because they had it. And I've been hearing good things. And then I just watched all of it. I was up till like 3 a.m. last night. And then, however, into this afternoon until I decided to leave, you know, to come back to my house because we have another friend helping to watch dog sit. So I just watched a lot of Andor, and I'm a sleepy boy, but it is very good. No spoilers in chat for those who haven't seen it, but I finished it, so if you want to Discord me about it, it's very good. I was the past 2 days and binged Peacemaker. I feel it. Yeah, I mean, honestly, when it's this cold out, like, I don't know where you're at. I'm in New York, and it is frigid. I mean, it has been. So there's been, like, no incentive to go outside. Andor's really good. So that's understandable. Yeah, it was a lot better than I gave it credit for sure. Like, I don't know. Granted, I have liked a lot of the newer Star Wars TV shows, but I'm also one of those peoples that like one of those people where like if people really hype up something, I'm like very slow to react to it because I'm like, it can't be that good. But no, it was pretty good. The Netherlands got a little bit. Oh, so then yeah, you are. I'm assuming. I mean, I'm not intimately aware of Netherlands weather, but I can only imagine it's colder than New York. Oh, we have a cutscene.
Hello, Annie.
You're back. How did it go?
Well, Captain Henrik is dead. I'm sorry.
Oh. Well, who's in charge then?
I don't
Might
know.
have to wait before going to care them, I'm afraid.
Because everyone kind of
I
died.
see.
More beans.
Well,
Beans in the
Not
chat.
your fault. Thanks for the heads up.
You're welcome.
It's not cold. It's been damp. Yeah, I mean it has been more rainy than snowy in the city as well. Posted some beans in the off topic. There's bean dice. Is that an investment I make for my future? I wonder. Bean dice.
Clear skies, my friends.
What kind of help do you offer?
You
to people
don't
like
you don't
us?
think I should get bean
Simple.
dice?
Now, people like you typically carry out in the
Oh, we've
marches.
already heard
Who's
this.
Captain Merrin?
You really must be new. Anyway, well, you're still a bit green.
Ouch! You're...
Orcs will hurt much. And stop interrupting. So
Yes.
let's say two.
Yes, Annie, we know all this. I'm sorry, Annie. I'm just saying, like, as like maybe
Well, thank you.
like if you knew that whenever I was rolling dice during the campaign in level 1 adventuring, if you knew that they were bean dice, would that improve your enjoyment of the show? If it would, maybe I'll get some bean dice. I feel like I know someone made dice that look like they're filled with SpaghettiOs. Okay, that's close. Not quite bean dice, but that's close. Listen, Wolf, if you get them, you need a camera. I mean, that's true. I have a dice tower, so it would be hilarious to watch like bean dice trickle through a bean tower, a dice tower. They would be a bean tower in that moment. I have so much stuff that I'm just carrying around that I'm assuming I don't need and / can't use. I support that idea. All right, I guess I'm gonna have to look up bean cam, dice cam, bean cam. All right, let's actually. Excuse me, before we start selling things, let's take a look at what armor are you wearing right here? You're wearing scale mail. If my D&D knowledge is correct, chainmail's inferior to that, right? If I like scale them up side by side. No, actually, it's superior. Huh. Bro has me drawing beans now at 2 a.m. Listen, I didn't make you do anything. I might have inspired you. And honestly, as a creator, as an artiste, I'm honored that I am your muse, your bean muse. And I can't wait to see what glorious things are created from that moment. So what does this say? Heavy armor. Oh, that's what it is. Phasima is not burning the midnight beans. No, that's so good. Oh, I'm going to say that so much now. I already know that's going to be lodged into my vocabulary and there's no getting it out. Wow, burning the midnight beans is so good. That's the thing. Chainmail is superior to scale mail. However, Phasima is unable to don it because she is not proficient in heavy armor. Although, that may be something I do for her in the future. So maybe it's something worthwhile to stick on to. But by that time, I'll probably have found new ones, right? So, like, maybe not. Also, I need to give all my arrows to Gwyn Haleth. I'll finish it later because 2 a.m. is early for bean. I mean, that's true. That's a very early bean. But you know what they say? Early to bean, early to rise. Early, you know what I'm saying. We're all just having mochi. you've arrived just in time for all of the beans and pretty much nothing else. I did get out of the tunnel, though. Salad Star. Screw commission beans. Yeah, Salad Star, we're back. Korug is still leading all the conversations, even though, you know, he's not the most charismatic. There's got to be a way to sell... Oh, there we go. See, that's what we want. We want to sell all this dumb stuff we're never going to use. Actually, maybe we hold on to the Javelin for Korug, because he did not have a ranged weapon last game, and that was very frustrating. But yeah, all these weapons we don't need... This Prime Dagger has a little mark on it. I want to assume that means it's enchantable or forgeable, so maybe I should keep a handle on that. So I will. There's a potion. There's a poisoned bolt. I think bolts are for crossbows, which I'm not going to use. You love beans, these don't love you? Yeah, Moch, but do you love these beans? The most controversial beans you have ever seen on this stream, or any stream. These beans. But I'm sorry they don't love you. Ailing and Mochi, I'm so glad that, like, I hope you drop the bean. You know, there is a wide enough gap between my desk and where my pants would be that, yeah, the beans landing on me is a very likely possibility, especially now that you've spoken it into the ether. So you have rightly cursed me, so it likely will happen. All right, let's see here. Selling bunch of stuff. This is like, you know, if you've ever played a D&D campaign and there's like that session where it's nothing but everyone at the markets, this is like what this moment is right now. Okay. But yeah, no, I'm so glad that like, you know, humans from all walks of my life meet here on chat and vibe and hang out, you know? Like, would Mochi and Ailing ever chat were it not for level 1 adventuring? Who knows? But they're both here and we're having a good time. All right, we're selling all this stuff. A club we probably don't need. An unidentified potion. That's right, let me find it. My static is going to start. I'll be here in chat and watching. Oh, it's okay. We're glad to have you. We're glad to just have your eyes with us. I don't know. What is the static? I don't know what that is. Is that something I should know about? I feel like I'm so out of touch with everything. But I hope it's a good thing for you. Oh, love Static Shock? Or is Mochi just guessing on that? But I mean, Static Shock is cool. Oh, raiding. You're raiding. Okay, well then, yes, absolutely. I hope that raid goes very well for you. Oh, you're kidding me. You can only sell per character? Oh my god, that's so annoying. All right, yes, but no, I hope your raid goes very, very well. Because you, I believe, I keep wanting to say the word audition. I know that's not right. Auditioning a raid person last time we chatted. So hopefully, you know, they proved their mettle. They passed the test, and they have been cleared to raid with you and your crew. Unidentified potion, more like dubious potion. I know. The fact that, like, I mean, there's a part of me that really appreciates that you do even have to identify it, because that is very D&D, like rules is worded. Like, I don't even think in the Baldur's Gate pre-release I had to identify potions. I just got them, right? But yeah, that's also just very funny that, like, it's just, you know, an unidentified potion hanging out in your inventory that you probably clawed out of a ancient tomb and you're just gonna sip on. Okay, what else? Oh my god, this is so annoying. Silent Whisper Parchment. Oh, that's right. We talked about this last stream. I should maybe take a look at this stuff, because I found some things that, I mean, I don't really... Alright, so the wider story of this game so far, you know, we're still discovering, but at least we know that in this city... that we built on rock and roll. This city. We built this city on rock and roll. Component bracers. That's really cool. I'm familiar with a component pouch, component bracers. That's pretty sweet. I might buy that for Gwynhaleth, because she needs some, I think. Anyway, I'm getting very distracted. There are certain factions in this city that if we turn in artifacts to them, we kind of grow our rep with them. I don't really think we know enough about any of the factions yet to really lean one way or the other, but it looks like we have some of those items in our inventory, so, you know, maybe we should start considering who we want to lean into in terms of a long-term faction partnership. I don't know if it's going to be one of those games where, like, you know, you kind of have to pick one, or if we're allowed to, like, have lots of best friends. We'll see. But I think I'm definitely going to buy those component bracers, because that sounds awesome. Definitely an idea that I'm going to steal for D&D as well. And then, do you have arrows? My good sir. Or actually, this is Coach, but my good sir, my friend. I don't know much about shooting the arrows. You know, I do most of the smacking around with the big stick. But, you know, if you have some pointy little things we can shoot at other people, my friend might be interested. You should always be allowed to have more than one best friend. Man is just stealing all the ideas. Listen, beg, borrow, steal. When it comes to dungeon mastering, that is the bread and butter. You just reskin it a little bit. You just change, you know, a couple little bits of lore and info, and it's yours. You know, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, as they say. I think this is the weapon merchant, so this is the person we want to talk to in terms of best friend. Quotes many. No, I actually did have a, what do you want to call it? There was an app floating around, NGL, not gonna lie, on Instagram, where you can, like, submit anonymous questions and things to people. Are you telling me you don't have just arrows? My lady, Gorum Ironfoot? Friends, in this economy? Psh. Mochi, you asked a question? I hope I answered it. I tried to get to all of them. I think the only one I didn't answer was someone asked me what I was watching, because I already had answered it in a former question, and so I was like, well, they'll probably figure it out. Oh, the tarot card one. Oh, that makes sense for you. Yeah, so I did answer that one. Good. But, yeah, someone had asked me, oh, yeah, no, here's arrows here. Perfect. Secret has been revealed. Knowledge has been... They're only a gold? Is that... I mean, I don't keep track of arrows in my 5th edition campaign. Is it really only a... I'm about to buy all these arrows. I mean, I'll buy you out. I'll buy out the market. And then how much gold do we have? Maybe I'll buy one big potion. I'm just, like, totally guessing if I'm even going to need these. And how much gold do we have? I'm looking at 62. Okay, that's actually... Yeah, that's probably all we can afford. So let's conclude. I didn't send a question, but it would be something weird like, are you wearing socks? Someone actually did ask a similar question, which was, how many layers are you wearing? Which, debatably, are socks a layer? You know? Like, if you're wearing shoes, they're kind of a layer, right? Because it's underneath your shoes. But if you are not wearing shoes yet, you know, and they're just on your feet, are they a layer? Because technically they're the first, you know, where does the layer start? Is the layer your skin? They are, yeah. Some people don't wear socks. No, we are pro sock in this household. We are, okay, let me say this. If there's two things I want you to leave with from level 1 adventuring tonight, is that we are pro bean and we are pro sock. All right? That's just two things I want everyone to walk away with here tonight. I don't think we are pro bean and sock together. You know, I think they can be appreciated separately in equal value. But we are pro bean and we are pro sock. I usually don't wear socks. Personally, I can't sleep without socks on. That is another big debate. Sock on, sock off when you sleep. I am we're learning a lot about each other tonight, chat, and I really appreciate the honesty and the transparency. I am I'm socks on when I sleep, because granted, it's my room I think is a little cold. Although I tend to run warm, so it's a little antithetical. But I appreciate the sock on when I sleep. You know? I'm also one of those people. Chat is flowing right now too, by the way, so I gotta keep up. Haha, beans inside your sock kink. I mean, hey, once again, I'm here to support everyone and what they love. Bean socks. It might not be for me, but if it's for you, more power to you. Bean kink. All right, so I was right on track with what we were talking about. Exactly, no kink shaming. Exactly. I hate when I wear socks when asleep because my dog will eat them. While you're wearing your socks, your dog will eat the socks on your feet? Because that is a dedication to the bit for that dog. I'll say that much. Dedication to the bit. But no, I'm like one of those, she eats my feet or socks. Okay, so she's really, it doesn't matter which one as long as there's a target, right? A target to nom. What was I doing? Oh, I was going to give all the arrows to Gwyn Haleth. Oh, I wish everybody had like a communal party management system as opposed to like this individual thing. But what was I saying? Oh, I'm one of those people. I'm like in one of two extremes where wait, halt! I say, Korug, why are you carrying around all these swords and stuff? Did we not sell these? Did you steal them back when we weren't looking? How do you still have that? My friends call her Toe Eater. Yeah, it's like a World Eater, Alduin Toe Eater. I'm one of those people where I could sleep like in virtually nothing or like head to toe pajama set. And I'm kind of leaning head to toe pajama set as I get older, just because it feels just like luxurious, you know. It's just a very selfish thing where like, you know, you wake up and you're like, yeah, like I have clothes that are specifically designed for me to sleep in. How nice. So, you know, that's where I stand with it. I could go either way, but the pajamas is like a good move. It makes you feel so accomplished. Good thing she doesn't know how to use the internet because she would be spending her money. Oh no, poor dog. Poor dog with an internet connection. Usually I just wear a Skyrim shirt. Aw, Skyrim shirt? What kind of Skyrim shirt? I own one Skyrim shirt, which is, I might have actually worn on stream before. It's just like a joke on the item screen. Like it looks like I'm wearing a shirt, but it has like item stats, which is, you know, cute. Okay, Gwyn has so many arrows. Gwyn can miss every shot she makes for the next 10 years, and she'll still have enough arrows. Oh, that's right. I found another leather armor, which may be better for Gwyn. Let's check that out. Let's compare and contrast. Yeah, actually, it's better. Even though the magnificent leather armor has magnificent in the title, it's 11 plus dex, whereas this is 12 plus dex. And the magnificent leather armor doesn't state that it has any additional bonuses or anything like that, like magic stuff. So I think I'm going to try this. Oh, that's cool. I dig that. I like the studded skirt. Oh, that's cool. I mean, the other one was cool too. Red's my favorite color, but I like that draped, like, that's a cool look. Sorry, I'm going to look at chat again. The shirt says Dragon Soul. Also, I meant shorts as in not long pant. Okay, no, I get what you're saying, but that is cute. Dragon Soul shirt, that is cute. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this magnificent leather armor back to Korug. And then I'm going to see if I can't actually sell these things that I meant to sell, or if I'm just dumb. I mean, there's always the possibility that happened. And then maybe we should take a look at these items that the factions are interested in, and see if there's any benefit. Yeah, like why are you holding on to all this stuff, Korug? You don't need this stuff. Give it away. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. I'm pretty sure that's all I can say legally on stream before before I get like knocked for a copyright strike. That's all I can do. I really need to post more Toe Eater, but taking good pics of her is hard. Listen, I have so many cute pictures of my cat that have not gone into any of the Discords. I mean, every picture I take of her is cute because she's perfect in every single way. I didn't sell any of this stuff. Look at how much gold that's going to give us. 260 odd gold? I am flush with cash. Conclude that sale. Hot dang. What can I buy? What can you give me? The beans truly have distracted me. The beans have been a focal point of this night. In more than one way. Hide armor. I think it's beneficial for Korug to wear no armor, actually. I think that's kind of the barbarian's bit. Scale mail. We already have scale mail on. Honestly, probably all of our we're only level 3. Our starting equipment is probably not going to be anything too far and away from what they would equip us with. But I do think it may be beneficial to maybe grab some more potions. A potion of greater healing. Nah, we don't need greater. Let's grab, like... Yeah, let's do that. Oh, I can't. How much gold do we have? You pay 272. Let's do this. Conclude. Yeah. Okay. And now, all right. Whew, this is like oh my god. It is really so much management when you come back to town and you have to equip everyone for the next journey. I mean, that makes sense. You got a plan, but still, my brain is like, I'm like looking at chat, I'm looking at inventory, I'm looking at beans, I'm looking back to chat. There's a lot going on. Oh, maybe I should get... This weapon is not light, preventing the character from using a bonus attack with the offhand weapon. That's fine. But maybe I should get more javelins for Korug, because he didn't have any ranged weapons last time, and that was kind of a sore spot in our strategy. We're definitely gonna put... Oh, can I split the stack? Split. Yeah. Validate. Yeah, let's give the 2 big potions to our main healers. Because, you know, that's just good to do. Split the stack. 2. Validate. Oh, I'm dumb. Alright, there we go. Alright, we're figuring it out slowly but surely. She's a Chihuahua, so really good pick is hard. Oh, yeah, a lot of high energy. No, my baby, Piper will... Actually, I tried to get her to do it on stream before, and she immediately noped real hard. But Piper will, like, sit on my shoulders like a little parrot and just chill there for a long time. Oh, the component bracers for Gwynhaleth. I forgot that I bought those specifically for her. Nice. Very cool. Oh, wait, do they show up on her character, or are they just there? No, they're just there. Still cool, though. Shoulder cats are the best. I know. I've never... She's my first cat. And I've said it on stream before, and I'll say it again. She's the perfect starter cat. She's my beautiful baby. And, like, I've never really interacted with a cat who, like, likes that. And she is so for it. She will just stay there for so long, and it's so cute. And it's kind of a long story. Toe Eater is not... She's just ugly. Oh, but, like, cute ugly, right? And that's, like, how... That's how all pets are, I think, secretly. Cute ugly. Alright, and then... Oh, Kelsey Flash says no. Just ugly. I see. So if I have a component pouch, I see why there are different item slots now, because he actually cannot hold a potion because his component pouch is in his potion slot, unlike Gwynhaleth, which would need to give up a bracer slot for her component pouch, which for her, honestly, that might not be the best move, because I know if my D&D knowledge is correct, there is an item in the world called the Bracers of Archery, which would benefit her directly, right? What if I gave instead? What if I gave Adraxis this? And I gave her the potion slot. Yeah, why not do that? I mean, who knows? We're still early on in this adventure, but I feel like that if she gets those braces of archery, that won't slow her down. And I think it's important for her to have that item slot open. Okay, so we're stocked up on potions. We are stocked up on arrows. Oh, javelins is something we talked about. Although I did just buy a lot of stuff, so maybe I don't have enough money for the javelins anymore. Oh, no, they're only gold. No, that's a spear. That's a spear, not a javelin. Where are you, javelin? Javelin, okay. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 gold. Yeah, let's just say that. Conclude. Oh, they're in stacks of 5. So then let's just get 2 more. Pleasure doing business with you. I'm Karug. Okay, and so then I will go back here. Make sure the javelins are equipped. Perfect. So yeah, now... Oh, and then he's got a light source, huh? So let's put... Nice. Oh, that's a 2-handed item to do that? Oh, the slot is disabled? Why is that slot disabled? Look at this. Look at this look. That's a look. Alright, no, but he wants the big axe. We know he wants the big axe. That's his favorite thing. Alright. Let's take a look. I think the only thing we have to worry about now is just taking a look at the items that the factions might be interested in, and then maybe sort of leaning one way or the other what faction we may turn it into. So what were those? There's a notebook page. Oh no, that's not the special one. That was the foreshadowing before the lizard fight is what that was. An Imperial Gate plaque. Okay. So, yeah, what are these factions? The Antiquarians, the Arcanium, the Circle of Denantar, and the Tower of Knowledge. Okay, so right off the bat, the Circle of Denantar sounds like a religious organization, which, I mean, granted I have a cleric in my party, but I don't think that's her god, so I'm sure we can find a journal entry on them somewhere. I like the idea of the Arcanium, just because I like the word Arcanium, but also Tower of Knowledge sounds like a wizard thing, which, you know, the Antiquarian seems pretty neutral. They just sound like they like antique stuff. Which, you know, granted, don't we all, but they're not really striking me one way or the other. A silvered plaque from a pre-cataclysm. I'm going to go to sleep. Toe Eater is asleep. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're at like 2 a.m. Ghostly, a pleasure to see you in chat. Please get some sleep. I'll have some more beans just for you. Just for you. But get some sleep. We'll miss you. Now I'm trying to talk with a bean face. Silent Whisper parchment, an old parchment written in some kind of elvish cipher. That sounds badass. Okay, and then we found the Temerian Inquisitor's journal. Wait, can we read that? No one in the party is proficient with the language. Wait, elf? You're telling me my elf can't read elf? No, it's something different than that. Okay. Interesting. All right. The plot thickens. And then what was the last thing? The Temerian journal. Yeah, this was cool. This was the one that gave us the huge lore drop about the lizard people. So, but yeah, what I want to know is, do I have a journal entry on the factions? Because maybe chat, we can come together on like who should... Yeah, factions. Okay. Chat, let's see, who do we feel like we want to help in our journey? So who do we have here? The Antiquarians. The Guild of Antiquarians grew up from an informal information-gathering network within the Snow Alliance, composed of explorers and scholars intrepid enough to study the marches. Over the last couple centuries, it has coalesced into a more or less formal organization that mimics the structure of a university. Okay, so actually they sound kind of cool. Like they're explorers and, pathfinders who decided to come together. I like the flavor of that. The Arcanium is the magical arm of the new Empire, descended from an old Empire organization of the same name, and is run by powerful wizards who carry on the traditions of ancient Imperial magic and long to recover more. So your standard magic faction, Circle of Denatar. Circle grew up in the Principality of Masgarth as a school for adventurers out of a minor magic school of the old Empire. It has a reputation for toughness and practicality, which contrasts with some of the more scholarly of other factions. That's interesting. That is actually not what I expected from the Circle of Denatar, but that is interesting. The Principality of Masgarth, located, close to a strategic pass in the Badlands. Principality came under pressure from its neighbors. They demanded a share in the discoveries brought back, fearing that the material and magical riches could upset the balance. This sounds kind of... I'm not, sold on the Principality. That anytime you demand something, I'm like... Let's figure out why. What gives you the authority to demand? The Scavengers, they're kind of like the faction we always help. I don't think they're a part of this, item thing. Tower of Knowledge. Tower of Knowledge is based in the Kingdom of Galavan. It began several centuries ago as a local effort to preserve and recover lost knowledge of the Moncalan Empire and has grown into a great seat of learning. So honestly, a lot of them are giving me similar vibes. Like Arcanium and the Tower of Knowledge feel very similar to me. I like the Circle because, this practical, tough approach makes sense for a group of adventurers. But the Antiquarians are also kind of cool. That idea that they're just explorers and scholars who kept adventuring until they all found each other and decided to make it a formal organization. I like that flavor. I say flavors, I eat beans. What do we feel in chat? Are we feeling more like we want to side with the Circle of Denatar or the Antiquarians? Circle of Denatar, Antiquarians. I can go either way. I think the Arcanium just kind of sounds, and the Tower of Knowledge sound pretty middle of the road. Principality of Masgarth, I'm just they seem kind of too hoity-toity. Scavengers are already kind of our friends. Mochi says Antiquarians. Okay, I'm down with that. The Antiquarians. Sounds good. Okay. They're going to be our new friends. Alright. Now, let's actually check our adventure log. Or our quest log. First mission completed. Meet with Karen at the Gravekeep's Cask. Oh, that's the what do you call it? The tavern. Okay. And we're gonna have to find the Antiquarians before we leave. I think they actually show up on our map, right? Open the map of the location. Yeah, see, this is what was throwing me off last time. There's so much going on this map. This is the Antiquarians. Can we just go right to them? We can. Wait, just Korug? Nobody else? Okay, I'm about to say, if we all don't show up, that's gonna be an awkward conversation. Okay. So, let's see here. I think, are you the person I want to talk to?
Clear skies, my friends.
No, decidedly not. Do I have to go inside to do the thing that I'd like to do? I'm gonna spin the camera around. You told me there was an important character here from the Antiquarians, but I only see Tree. Where are you? Who was that character? Menu? Oh no. Well, I mean, I might as well save game while I'm here, but it's not what I wanted to do. Alright, perfect. Yes. Alright, yeah, Hallman Summer. that's the person. Maybe we can't turn it into them yet. Maybe that's like not...
Clear skies, my friends.
All right, well, we tried it. We'll come back. We'll come back. Instead, why don't we just go to the Gravekeeper's cask, which is right here. Yes. And once again, Korug is just running all by himself as fast as he can. No one else. All right, there we are. Unknown drunk. All right, sounds like a friend, but not the person we want to talk to.
You were still filling your diapers when I killed my first ghoul.
All right, well, pal, let's not talk about diapers. Like, let's have some decorum. He's a man on a mission. Listen, I don't know why the game has decided that Korug is our main character, but Korug is decidedly our main character. Oh, goodbye.
We should go.
I think I saw our man over here by the hearth. Yep, there he is. There he is. Let's do a little talkie-talkie. Or not. You want to go there? You want to talk to the guy? Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. That's what we'd like to do. A neutral creature? We have to get close? Okay, I'm about to say, why can't I...
Oh, here you are. How was the mission?
Not paid enough.
Who is? When can we hope for an audience? It depends. Tomorrow, if you're lucky. Another party came back yesterday. They still have to make their report, so maybe they'll see you both at once.
I mean...
We can't wait around here. What we've got is big. The outpost at KLM has been attacked. Almost all of the garrison was killed. By all the gods! Meet me in the council chamber. I'll inform my superiors.
Finally, this man listens to Korug. Listens to reason. Korug is not reason, by the way.
The Legacy Council is now in session. Captain Merrin has the floor.
Ladies and gentlemen, Your Royal Highness, my party and I have made a very worrying discovery in the Badlands, near the place we call Black Hill. We saw a group that we took to be scavengers.
I've never met
they
this
attacked
character.
us right away, but
And
we
she's
were
the
able
captain?
to fight them off. They were trying to get away with this.
We've not
What
met
is
her,
it?
right? We've met a bunch
This
of people.
box contains a gem. A ruby, it appears. We have determined that it has magical properties, and we believe the council should examine it.
So we will, Captain. But really,
that guy's cape is
emergency
red.
meeting of the council for a simple magical gem. Her Royal Highness has a busy schedule.
Granted, I like
Please,
turned
Lord
off.
Dementor,
I
in
like
this
turned
chamber,
our
I'm just a student of
what's the
magic.
word?
Here.
Graphic
Anyway,
fidelity
Captain,
all the way
council
down,
has a great deal of
so that
business.
we could
They
play
were
it smoothly.
Sorax,
But wow, that
our
looks wrecked.
attackers. Not scavengers, not bandits. Sorax.
Sorax.
Sorax?
Is this a
The
Sora.
Sora Akath are no laughing matter, Lord Facek.
Oh, you know what I mean.
What do you mean, my lord?
How many times has the council heard tales of these so-called Sorax?
At least 20, I'd say.
More. 23.
Yes, more each year. It's becoming a fad.
Our church has been warning of the Sor Akath since humans first came to Solasta, in the wake of their foul god, Sortar.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, Captain, but you are certain that you encountered Sorax?
I like
If you
how.
doubt her word, you can trust ours. We fought Sorax ourselves.
Yeah,
And who
Draxus.
might you be?
Some new recruits, my lord. They were sworn in quite recently.
New recruits, eh? They place too much stock in rumor, it seems.
They assure me that
My
they
guy.
saw Sorax as well.
We almost died.
Do you
to
realize
them.
how serious this is?
I love how, like, the logic of the council is, we've heard increasing amounts of reports on these Sora creatures. Yes, we have. Rumors abound. That must mean they are less likely to be true, right? Absolutely. The more people talk about this, the less pertinent it is. Oh, and also multiple people are telling us they fought them and people died because of them. Yes, those people who have eyewitness testimonies with the increasing rumors are certainly full of shit. Right, you are, guy with broken cape. I'm I'm person who has no visible personality written across their face. Alright, I think I'm almost done with these beans. Let's see. What are our options? They attack Carolem. We saw them. We do. Well, I mean, obviously Korug has to start the conversation. Korug is our main character.
The Sorax are real. We saw them. We fought them.
2 sightings. Independent witnesses.
Thank you.
When will you see the truth?
Marshal
Reptilians,
Barracks
fast,
Sunblaze.
strong.
They can climb on a wall just like spiders.
Do you have any material proof of their existence?
I beg your pardon?
Like what?
Well, a dead body, for example? Or even just a head?
If we go to Kerlem, will we find the bodies of these Sorax?
Probably not.
Probably not.
They took their dead with them when they retreated.
The bodies of their victims, too.
How very convenient. So you can offer us no proof of this adventurer's fable.
And what if proof were to be brought before the council?
What proof? How? If
You
the
just
Sorax
said.
take
You
away their
literally just
fallen,
said.
as they say, that's not our problem. Let them find a way.
These are new recruits, correct? Then let this be their new mission. Bring us the head of a Sorak for the whole council to see.
That would certainly be proof, Lord Facek.
All right.
Would it not?
Easy enough.
Very well. Meanwhile, the council will examine the gem. If there is nothing else...
Dean Iolaf Facek of the Tower of Knowledge calls for a recess.
Oh,
Does any
well.
member object? No? It is resolved then. The Legacy Council is now in recess.
I mean, I know, okay, here's what I'm going to say about the council. Oh, well, I'll wait until important NPC touches
better than I
us.
expected.
Oh, we need to talk. The princess is bland. We had to stand by Marin. Who's the grumpy dwarf? Yeah, let's learn some more information. Who's the grumpy dwarf?
Who's the grumpy dwarf woman?
Chancellor Hertha Gormsdotter of the Guild of Antiquarians.
Yeah, that's who we want.
Well, yes. Quite. Anyway, some people might want
She's
to
well
talk
brought.
to you after this.
Yeah,
Working for the
here
council,
we go.
You are expected to be neutral.
This is where we start
But
learning about the factions.
You have the right to have friends. So
Thank you.
Feel free to talk to whoever you like, as long as your allegiance remains to the council as a whole.
All right, then.
Hey, deputies. Thanks for the support in there.
You're welcome, Captain.
So those bastards got Henrik.
Shame.
You knew him?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I would hope so. You
wonder
served
who
in the same
volunteered to
army
take
together
care
at
of
the
them
same
now.
fort.
The scavengers could lead the way.
Yes, they'll find a bunch of hotheads to retake the fort, I'm sure. Stay in the light, friends.
You too.
Aw, we made a friend. Here's what I'll say about the council. So, like, as a dungeon master, my longest running campaign, which has been a pretty highly modified, homebrewed version of the Tyranny of Dragons, right? The beginning starter adventure that they released almost 10 years ago for 5th edition. A council, proceeding is a very large part of that campaign setting. And as a dungeon master, I have had to put up with my players for almost 10 years now. Constantly railing the council, just like every time they try to give them a suggestion or like rein them in for their like antics, the party's always like, well, we're doing the hard work and you're just sitting here up on your high horses and yada, yada, yada. And, in my DM brain, I always have like a reason for them to like have a retort or a reason or like XYZ. But I will say, being on the other side where the council just like berates you and makes absolutely no sense what they're talking about, I get it now. What was I going to do? I had a plan. I was going to pause. I was going to do something. And, I was going to see... I wonder... Go to my settings real quick. I wonder if I turned everything else off, but I put the close simulation back on. Just so their capes aren't, like, looking all weird. All right. So now we should have new quests. We want to make friends with the antiquarian, so let's see what we got here. We have mission accomplished. Talk to Daliat. Oh, Daliat's here! Wow. And Beryl, both of them. Alright. Talk to Annie Bagmorta and claim Carolyn. We can claim the castle? That's cool. Okay. So I guess first order of business is... Let's see if we can actually talk to... Let's see if we can actually talk to the antiquarians now. Oh, wait, Beryl's here. We're going to talk to her anyway. Yeah, let's go there. Yeah, Daddy had Sunbird, baby. He's here. All right.
Clear skies, my friends.
All right, so we don't have the option to do that yet, but let's talk to Beryl first.
Well, if it isn't our brave saviors.
Salutations, Lieutenant.
I'm no longer a lieutenant. I resigned my commission. I work for my people now.
The Snow Alliance.
I will never step foot in the Badlands again.
Yes. Well, you clearly weren't cut out for that posting.
Fasima!
But you aren't here to check on my welfare, are you?
Beryl did, like, work for us.
Before the attack, where exactly did your scout venture?
You mean Daliat?
Yes, we'd like to know where he went before the Sorax attacked.
As far as I know,
Daddy
there's
Hat's
not
back in the
place
chat.
or road that leads there.
I know, they're
But
like
I'll show you
really
the map.
like giving it to
Near
her
the
when
ruins
she
of an
fought
ancient
really
town.
hard
You
for
have our
us.
gratitude, Lady Stonebeard.
What are you thanking me for? Sending you to your death?
All right, travel to the ancient tower, possible Sorak base. Okay, so that's something we have to do. What if we talk to Beryl again? Can we?
Well, if it isn't our brave saviors.
No, we can't. All right. So we've talked to her. She's given us some information on the Sorax, which is good. And now we want to talk to... Who is our other... Oh, Daliat. We want to talk to Daliat to see what he knows. And we want to talk to Annie Bagmorta. She's the scavenger emissary. Where's Daliat? I'm not seeing a... well, we can talk to Annie first, I guess, and figure out where Daliat is in a minute. There's Korug. Why is it only him that gets animated doing that? It's so goofy. All right, Annie. There she is. Oh, also, there's a chest here, right? That, like, we tried to open, but we could... Oh, never mind.
Hello, Annie.
Story's happening.
We wanted to talk about Carolyn.
I'm all ears.
No one's there anymore.
Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you
How does it
good?
work again?
I can't,
We
like...
go there and
I'm gonna get in
scavenge
trouble with Twitch
everything
one of
you
these
didn't
days.
Take, and you get a percentage.
We can't promise you safe.
We can promise you it's
It
all right.
never is. Once we get there, we'll set up an outpost of our own. I'll check
Okay.
with the council first, but thanks anyway.
What do we do next?
Once we've done our work, I'll let you know.
Oh, okay.
You'll just have to come by and collect your share.
Oh, interesting. Scavengers are heading back to location and bring back the loot left behind. 6 days remaining. Sure. Somewhere along the road. Okay, cool. So I guess the scavengers clear out the... Okay, well, I guess they'll tell me. When you have cleared a location of monsters, go to any scavenger outpost to report your deeds. They will send their people there to collect the minor loot left and sell it. Each time... Yeah, I know. 20th thought. 20th thought? I think the idea of the scavenger faction is a really cool idea for D&D campaigns in general. Like, I think, you know, the players making friends with an organization that will, like, help them sell and, like, and root through the materials left behind is, like, a really smart way for dungeon masters at, like, actual D&D tables to, like, help players not get stuck in that, like, very the minutia of like, have we checked everything? Have we looted everything? Right? Which can like dominate sessions sometimes, where it's like, oh no, do your job. And then the scavengers, or whatever organization you want to call them, will like roll through and like, you know, give you your, like whatever you don't find, they'll still give you a cut. So I guess it does kind of incentivize them to be thorough. But then it's kind of like a mini game. You know what I mean? Like, if whatever we don't find, we're going to get less than that. So we want to be thorough. But then even if we mess up, the scavengers will still have our back. So, yeah, it'd be useful if the characters forgot it and find some stuff. I think it's a great idea. Definitely another concept, I think, from this game that I will definitely be stealing, because I think it's a cool idea. Then what's this? Getting your gold. They take a portion of the total value of what they brought back. You also have the chance to buy back some of the collected stuff beforehand. Okay, cool. So then what did we leave anything very interesting? Oh, this is just our works in progress. Yeah, there was a chest here that we tried to open but failed. Can Gwynoleth do it? Gonna say no. Doesn't look like that one open. Okay. So now, what is our last... Let's go back to our journal. Mission accomplished. Oh, I guess we don't have to talk to Daddy Hat because we talked to Beryl first. Which sucks. Daddy Hat's a fan favorite. But, granted, we want to make friends with, what are they called? The Antiquarians anyway, which it seems like Beryl is aligned with, so you win some, you lose some. So now we're going to travel to the Ancient Tower. Sounds like a place where there's going to be cool fights. I'm into it. Also, a bestiary. Damn, no Daddy Hat. I know, maybe we'll get more Daddy Hat in the future. Okay, so this is... Do they give us, like, cool lore on the creatures, or is it just, like... I mean, that's kind of cute. You get them on the grid. This is a bandit. Yeah, these guys wrecked us, that one fight. Difficulty easy. Did not feel like it. Are your characters rested in... Oh, wait. Does he have a sound effect? I think he just did a little, like, grumble. I didn't hear it. He has a pebble, though. Yeah, look at these Sorax. Like, can we just show the council our bestiary and be like, hey, look, here's the whole Sorak right here. Oh my god, Gollum. Yeah, it does look like Gollum. Are my characters rested? That's a good question. We honestly haven't gotten into a fight since our last long rest, so we should be. What we should do maybe before we leave is... Listen, don't come at me with, you know, it happened last time. You know, we had to evacuate quickly. There was no time for rest. There was only time for survival, Mochi. It was only time for survival. Do you sell trail rations, my good friend? Oh, what's this? A book? Crafting manual. No, I want to know if you sell some tasty treats for the road. Maybe not. No. All right. I guess we'll just roll with it. Okay, so journal. We're going where again? Oh my god, my brain. You've learned that the scouts from Caer Lem Garrison were exploring the ancient tower. It is now a location on your map. Okay. Perfect. Let's get out of here. Which, oh wow, we can look inside of the... That's interesting. We can look inside of the tavern even without being there. This is where we leave. Listen, we're level 3 now, and we haven't gotten to scrap with anybody yet to show off all of our new abilities. Yes, we'd like to leave the current area. I would... Oh, okay. Thinking. Possible Sorak base. Active quests 1. That looks like it's a pretty far ways away through a mountain. We're probably going to get into some trouble. Alright, let's do it. Travel. 3 long rests, duration 4 days. The party travels slowly, but being less noticeable. Yeah, I don't really know why traveling faster is any better, considering that... I guess it depends on our supplies, too. I'm just gonna go normal. The party did not find any useful ingredients. Korug performs mental exercises. Oh, a fight. Here we go. With an eagle's nest. The party has stumbled upon a group of creatures. Combat is inevitable. Wow, really? You were my spotter? You'd think the ranger would be. All right, bird. We're gonna be eating good tonight. Korug doing Sudoku puzzles. Korug like doing a Rubik's Cube while like everyone is traveling. Oh no, I just make the red line up with the red. I get it. Oh no. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, roll that initiative, baby. 2 of them for each hand. Yeah, he's trying to like smash them together to make all of the colors match. Woo! Okay. Wow, these eagles got the drop on us, and they are just...
You're still in the fight, my friend.
Oof. Okay. Why are these eagles messing with us? Like, are eagles really... I mean, they're just regular eagles as far as I can tell. Are they that territorial that they're going to take on 4 well-armed and armored adventurers? Because you're near their nest. I mean, that's true, and we are definitely going to be making some eggs after this. Okay, so I'm in melee with Adraxis, which is... Mockingbirds do the same. Really? Is that some bird lore? Hashtag bird lore? Dropping in the chat, swoop swoop. I don't know enough about birds to know if that's true, but that's cool if so. Also, has chat been appearing? A chat box has been appearing on the stream, right? I set that up, so hopefully, bird lore discovered. Hopefully, everybody gets to see all of the hilarious text that has been scrolling through our chat the past hour or so. All right, cast spell. I have a spell that like dazes them. Showing up in the stream, good, yeah. They are a pair, and they are very protective. My head has been a victim of pecs. You personally, what's that commercial? Have you been personally attacked by a pair of mockingbirds? If so, we can get money for you. Call the offices of... I mean, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, no, I don't want to use a magic option on my cantrip. I just want to daze this. Sorry, I want to dazzle. Okay, they're dazzled, right? Yeah. So I should be able to move without any issue. Let's get some distance. Let's get all the way over here. Adraxis, go, fly. Perfect. And then, end turn, because we don't want to use any of our good spells on these guys. Now, who do we have here? We have Gwynhaleth. She's currently not being targeted by any of the enemies. So same deal. Let's just get... Oh, wait, is she going to provoke an opportunity attack here? Maybe. But I'm willing to risk it. She's pretty nimble. I guess I'm going to need to call Dawn Law. What was what was the character in... Not It's Always Sunny. Arrested Development? Bob Loblaw? Call the offices of Bob Loblaw. Nice. I think I dodged it. Hell yeah. Okay. Let's... Wait. Why does it say that you have 0 arrows? You should have a bunch of arrows. I gave you all of the arrows. My lady. My sweet lady. Your inventory is nothing but arrows right now. Oh, do I have to put them here? Okay. There we go. Metaphysical arrows. There has to be a quiver of infinite arrows in this game. There just has to be. Okay. There we go. I was about to say. I'm not going to use Hunter's Mark. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not using Hunter's Mark, wasting my good spells on these things. I'm dropping them in one hit. End turn. And then we got Korug. Not going to waste a rage either. I'll just have him. Maybe we'll reckless attack, though. And then just come in here for a big old swing-a-ding-ding.
Yeah.
Oh my god. These birds did not know what they were in for. They picked the wrong ragtag team of mercenaries to bird on. Okay, and then... Yeah, you can just run up and give him a regular old stabby stab.
Next.
Or miss. Pretty sick miss. Alright, bird. I'm gonna end turn. Nice. Get out of here with that. Okay, and then that means, yeah, Adraxis can probably finish this off with a firebolt. So long as he gets fairly lucky with his shot. Let's line that up. Let's send it. Yeah. No, I don't want to use metamagic. It's kind of annoying to ask every time, but I appreciate the thorough approach. Oh, I lit the bird on fire but did not kill it. Probably the worst way to go. Alright, so end turn. I kind of don't want to waste an arrow on this thing at this point. Yeah, maybe I just end turn and just let reckless attack. There we go.
Next one.
That should be everybody, huh? Nice. My bird knowledge has increased. Literally, we just gained bird lore. Okay. Oh yeah, we'll take all those rations, which I'm assuming is bird meat. Do we need to rest here? I don't really think so. I guess there's no reason not to. Sure. Yeah. Oh, continue your long rest. That was the same long rest we got interrupted from. That makes more sense. Okay. Oh, Korug manages to collect. Korug catches wild hares. Korug starts... wait, okay. Korug starts a heated political discussion about the Principality of Marsgarth. This boy's a barbarian. He just knows hit hard and look good. He doesn't Gwynoleth praise. Probably hoping that Korug will stop. Party not finding any useful ingredients. Are we here? We made it? Wow. Vasima does some push-ups and squats. Gotta keep it tight. Keep it lean and tight. Have we made it? It seems like they're right on top of it, and yet they're not, like, going inside. Y'all good? There we go. Korug is just so worldly. He travels for, like, 3 days to the city, and he becomes a scholar. Alright, let's see here. The Ancient Tower. First mission accomplished. Explore the ruined tower. Baby, you know I'm gonna. Alright. Let's move up. Let's move up, gang. Let's split up, gang. Ooh, okay. It's a little elevation situation. Listen, I don't know if you heard, but we killed a bunch of eagles here, so maybe you don't want much advice.
What the hell did we just stumble into?
These aren't Sorax. They seem human.
What exactly are they doing?
What's it look like they're doing? They're digging something up.
Oh. Ooh, history check. Oh, come on, Adraxis.
Just another dusty pile of rubble from before the cataclysm.
Who are those people? Scavengers?
Hard to say. I see no tent or flag signifying their allegiance.
Sounds like
Well, there is
bandits
one
to
way
me.
find out.
Perhaps we should sneak a little closer.
Or simply walk in and see how friendly they are.
If I know D&D, they're not gonna be friendly. You know, discretion is the better part of valor. So let's sneak. I'm not missing any interactables up here, right? No, doesn't look like it. Also, did anybody notice my my hue light background? I'm a real streamer now. I have I have color changing lights. I'm minted. Okay. Let's go down here. Alright, I'm not getting like any trap notifications. Some of you climbed and some of you took the path of most resistance. Okay, what's over here? A secret? I was gifted hue lights for Christmas time. Here's what I'll say. Okay, slight pause on it. The setting up of the hue lights. Number one, the hue bridge thing was a real headache for me initially. I think it's because I'm Korug when it comes to all of the nuances of technology here, but like I'm assuming that in the time that my hue bridge was created and my internet router was developed, there's like incompatible technologies, right? So like I actually have a secondary router, which is like an extender, right, which is newer. And the hue bridge would not communicate with the older router. It had to go into my newer one, right? So I technically have two internet sources running throughout my house, right? And so it would only connect to the one. So that was headache number one. So if you have multiple internet sources in your house, like multiple routers, and it's not talking to one of them, if it's the older one, try the newer one. It may work. Number two, you have the ability for the hue bridge, once it is set up, to scan. Like you can like plug in the lights into the sockets, tell Hue to find them, and it will find them, right? In the best case scenario, it will do this automatically. But I tried doing this the first time through. Maybe it was because I was having trouble with the first router, you know, what have you. But it was only finding like half of them. So what I eventually ended up doing was there is a manual option for you to type in the serial number or whatever on the light bulb into the app. And when I did that, it found it perfectly. So what I would recommend is do that part first. Just like write down or take a picture of all of the serial numbers in the event that the automatic scan does not work, because otherwise you're going to get up on like a ladder, you're going to screw them into your ceiling, you're going to turn on the hue bridge, they're not going to get found, and then you're going to have to get back up on the ladder, unscrew them, and then write down the serial number for it to work the second time through, which is what I had to do, and it was a headache. So that is my professional advice to you with your new hue lights. But they are fun. Once you get them in, they're very fun. I feel like I'm going somewhere secret. No secret, just weird. Okay. Oh no, luckily it's more of a basic setup. I have a Govy Glide. Thank you for the advice. I have no idea what a Govy Glide is, but that sounds cool. Oh wait. Oh, these characters have red rings around them. Red rings usually means bad news. Well, I mean, hey, we knew we were gonna get into a fight probably one way or the other, so. Oh, one way or another, I'm gonna fight ya. I'm gonna kill you, kill you, kill you. Or hey, you know what? Maybe we just take Fasima's advice and we just unsneak and be like, yo, what's up? Nice archaeological site? Is that archaeological site that you have here? Would be a shame if somebody rolled up on it and stole all of your artifacts. Let's see. If we get close, are you gonna try to fight us? Or are you gonna let us talk to you? Nope.
Could hear you.
Yeah, it's a fight.
All right, no talking then.
Shoulda known. Whoa, kill them! Alright, yeah, they're not our friends.
Looks like there won't be any parley.
Whoa, okay, there's a lot of humans here. Yeah, everybody rush in. Get closer to Korug, that's what he wants. Whoa, what's that? Magic! What did you just do? Shield of Faith. Cult Fanatic is that character's name. So we know we don't like her. What did she do to Korug? I don't know. Alright, well, no time to figure that out. Right now we have to, first of all, cast Hunter's Mark. Oh boy, fighting cultists, I know, right? It's like classic D&D. Let's Hunter's Mark this human up in the front, because I have a feeling she's going to die soon anyway. Hunter's Mark, tag you. That's our bonus action. Then let's get you up on a higher vantage point. Very nice. And now let us rain death from above onto your face. Ow! Nice shot. Okay. Nice. Okay, I'm happy with that. End turn. And then we have Adraxis. So, Adraxis, what if you're here, where's your line of sight? Only one person on your line of sight, which isn't the best. But it gives you somewhat of cover. But who is the person you have line of sight on? Okay, someone near the front. That's not the worst. Yeah, let's do that. Let's move you up here. Nice. And then let us get our spells going. Oh, I do have some new spells, but I don't think, this is the first fight of the day. They're probably not worth it. We'll see if it gets spicy, but I think I'm happy with just blasting them regular. Cannot see this target. This is the target you can see.
Solasta,
Nice. Okay. We got 2 hits on them, end turn. And then they're going to move up. All right. And then, yeah, so you're probably going to get in melee range now. Oof. All right. That's a decent hit on Fasima. Yeah, you climb that ladder. Oof. Okay, two decent hits. But Korug... You know what time it is? Bum bum ba dum bum bum bum. Time to rage on these fools. All right, we're raging. We're gonna go wreck. Oh, that's right. Oh, this is awesome. We get to see Korug's ability firsthand. So Korug is he hit level 3 last turn, which means he has his subclass. And this subclass is actually brand new to this game. It was designed for this rule set. It's called the Path of Stone. And every time I rage at the beginning of my turn, I gain temporary hit points equal to like some calculation plus my con mod, which seems really good. That's just 4 free temporary hit points I'm getting per round. Plus I'm raging, which means I'm taking half damage already, right? It seems like a really good get for a barbarian. So I wanted to choose that one because I wanted Korug to be more tanky. And I think that's going to greatly improve his survivability. And so, yeah, let's Reckless. And let's swing on this guy. Who's got more damage on him? Anybody yet? Nobody yet? Yeah, we'll just swing on the guy that hit me then. Oh, get out of here. You've just been smote. Smote, I say. Yeah, I'm gonna move up a little bit just so they can't. Well, I guess they can still climb up, huh? But you know, just to boss Korug around. No, actually, he has 2 targets here. We'll stay where we're at. We'll stay where we're at. Fasima, do you have a spell that might be beneficial in this current scenario? Oh, I'm not wielding. Okay, what if I switch and then look at my spells? Is there a spell that's useful here? Oh, what is this? Oh, find traps. Cool, but not really what we need right now. I probably should have just stuck with my spear, huh? That's alright. What I'll do is I'll just Sacred Flame you. Because that doesn't require... Okay. Yeah, decent hit. End turn. Alright, let's see what you do. Alright, they're coming in. Unknown human. Unknown human with 4 HP. Yeah, they're all gonna swarm Korug. That's fine. That's what Korug wants. Yeah, he took 2 damage. That wasn't even enough to clear his, Huh. Yeah, no, that wasn't even enough to clear his extra HP. Alright, so now let's take out the person we have hunters marked. If we can hit. I assume we should be able to. Oh no! I spoke too soon. I've cursed us. Okay, end turn. Do you have line of sight on anybody else now? If I go to spells, cast spell, firebolt, who do you have line of sight on? Do you have line of sight on any of these guys? You have to, right? Adraxis. Oh wait, no, I'm still looking at the metamagic menu. I'm not used to that yet. No, I don't. But you know what I do have? It might be overkill, but it would be pretty cool. I do have Burning Hands, which I believe I could cast if I could get the right angle. How big is the cone for 4 Burning Hands? If I look at this, okay, a pretty decent sized cone. I should be able to hit them. Let's escape. Let's try to move here. Let's move right here. And see how many we can get in the Burning Hands. Cast spell. Burning Hands. Why do I have a plus here? Oh, because I can cast it with a higher level spell slot. Because it's 5th edition. Which is cool, but I don't think I'm going to do it yet. I'm just going to... Oh my god. Oh my god. I can hit so many people, including Korug. Which... Maybe I do? No, that's not worth it unless I can hit. Well, actually, oh, if I could just get a little closer. Ah, that would have been so good. It's still 3 for 1. Yeah, why not?
Solasta, Evo, Malmi.
One foe down.
And how's Korug looking? Looking great. Yeah, we'll do that. End turn. Ooh, dodged you. Get out of here with that. Korug, reckless again. And who wants to die? Let's try and put her down so I get my hunter's mark back.
Whoa!
Nice. That's a refund on hunters. Okay, and then... Oh, do I not get the temporary at every beginning of the turn? I mean, I guess that would be really good. But, alright, that's fine. End turn. And then Phasema. Phasema. Let's just get you stabbing people. We don't really need a healing spell yet. Nice. Touche. Alright, yeah. Nice. And turn. Alright, this fight is pretty much well within our grasp. The only character we really have to worry about is the cultist, who hasn't done much. Korug is... Oh, no! No, Korug gains that 4 every turn. I just saw it appear on his health. Alright. The casting light on us from far away. Alright, so now we got our Hunter's Mark back, which means I should be able to go bonus target. I should be able to put that on any one of these targets. Let's just go with the nearest. Why not? And then give it to him and see what happens. Right? Nice. Refunded again. Okay, this feels good. Level 3 feels good. Level 3 feels effective. Okay. Do I have line of sight? Who's our last? It's her over here, huh? So let's like try to get into a better position for next turn to make sure I have, yeah, line of sight on the enemy is probably a good idea. And then we'll end turn. And then we have a Draxus, who, what's your, you got a line of sight on her, right? We're gonna ignore that. Yeah, we do. Yeah, let's try to put some points on the Fanatic.
Solasta, Evo, Malmis.
That's a miss, though. Rough. But we can at least get behind some cover to help us out for next turn. So, yeah, let's rush over there. And what do we got here? We have... End turn. And then what do we got? We got Korug. Oh, Korug's just going to finish this guy off. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh my god. Korug is such big main character energy. I was giving him a lot of shit earlier, but I truly love that boy. That big, beefy boy. Alright, so let's run him up here. Get him behind some cover. Also, I'm digging, like, the stone particle effect on his new stone feature. That's cool. I do not mind having a free extra 4 temporary hit points every round. I will take it. Thank you. Okay, and then Phasema. Phasema is probably not going to be able to get into melee, but if I switch back to my open hand and my shield, I should be able to cast. So if I move up to here, there's also got to be a way that I can cast holding a weapon with her eventually, right? I feel like there's got to be some kind of item I can use, some sort of holy item, because it feels very... I mean, I understand the mechanic of needing a free hand to cast a spell, but it also feels kind of clunky always having to, like, flip back into either having my spear or having an open hand. Okay, so let's go to cast. Let's go to sacred. I think that's the only thing I can hit her with. It's a miss, okay. And turn. Alright, so it's 1 on 4, unless she is like... Okay, that did hurt her a fair amount though, Phasema. That's unfortunate. Okay. Okay, let's move. Are you still gonna have line of sight on the cultist? Yes, you are. So let's move Gwyn here. Gwyn, once again, still has Hunter's Mark rolling. So let's get that targeted on her. Right? Target. Yep. And then let's shoot. Ooh, that's gonna be a miss. That's rough. That's a miss. Alright, we tried it though. End turn. And then a Draxus. Do you still have line of sight from your position? If I go to spell? If I go to Firebolt? I don't really know what her health is yet, so I don't want to burn anything too useful. I don't have line of sight. Okay, so we're gonna have to get closer. A Draxus, let's move. There we go, right up here. And let's get back to your spells. Firebolt. Do not use a meta magic. And fire.
Solasta, Evo, Malmis.
Oh, Draxus. That's the second time that, in this adventure, not this game, that Adraxis has gloriously fired a bolt of flame into the ground, just straight up into the earth. Oh, my poor cultist fanatic. You are guilty of the crime of being within 30 feet of Korug while he's raging. I'm so sorry for your loss, because that is pretty much one of the quickest ways that you can end up capital D-E-D, as Korug would spell it, D-E-D. You're gonna be capital D-E-D then. Reckless, we're gonna swing in.
Die!
We just crit her with Korug on a raged axe? Wow, that was beautiful. We knocked her out of her Shield of Faith, too. That's how hard we hit her. We knocked her brain loose. Ooh. That is awesome. Yeah, that was a great amount of damage. Holy shit. Incredible. Yeah, into it. End turn. Korug, good boy. Best boy. Alright, and so that means Phasima should be able to... Let's move her up. And let's... Oh boy, what do we want to do? Let's just keep trying to pepper her with the Radiant spell. Man, she is quick to dodge those, huh? End turn. Alright, she's got nothing on us, though. Come on. Excuse me, what was that? Dark energy. Oh, attack of opportunity? Huh, let Korug think a moment. Do I want to hit you with my big scary axe while you're running away like a little baby? Yeah, I want to hit you with my big axe while you run away like a little baby.
Well done.
Now, I can't tell. Did that spell give her health? Did she, like, drain health from me? It was a necrotic spell. Huh. Alright, let's move. Oh, wait. I still have a shot on her from here, so I don't have to move up at all. Oh, she's almost dead. Come on. Come on, Gwyn. Bring us home. Nice. I didn't think that was going to hit, but Korug knocks her out of Shield of Faith. Victory. Victory for the party. That is right.
So, what do you think?
I see nothing to indicate they are reptilian.
What's that symbol there?
The tattoo.
Looks like an A.
The tattoo.
They all have it.
Guess they're all part of the same club.
Well, there's no reason to assume it signifies something sinister.
Except for the fact they just tried to murder you. Nice! Religion check.
That's an old Temarian symbol. It stands for Aravad. He was a Temarian god, but he didn't come to Solasta. Can't remember much more.
We'd better be careful. And don't forget, we need the head of a Sorak.
Okay. Interesting. So, we know that the old Temerian Empire is the enemy of the Sorak, and they both came here. They were from another dimension, kind of like another multiverse. They both came here during the same cataclysmic magical event. Ooh, new armor. Breastplate. That might be good for somebody. I'll take it. They both came here during the same event, but the Temerians and the Soraks were enemies. Now, according to that lore drop that we just got from Phasima's religion check, oh, is that no, it's not a long rest. The cultists that we fought were praying to an old Temerian god who did not come to this world during the cataclysm. But also, this area is where we got the tip-off of the Soraks. That's like the whole reason why we're here, is to get a Sorak head as proof that they are in this world. So that is troubling, that the old Temerian cult is possibly in cahoots with the Sorax. There's questions there for sure. Before we head into the dungeon, though, we should probably do some maintenance on the party. Is it worth taking a short rest? Can I take a short rest? Yeah, I can take a short rest, right? Because all I really need is hit points. Yeah, let's see if we can take a little short rest outside of the dungeon. And let's roll for you. And let's roll for you. Let's roll one more for you. Nice. And close out for now. Okay. And then what we'll also do before we head in there is I just picked up some new armor. That should be useful for somebody. That sounds like something caused the old Temerians had split apart before arriving. Yeah, they're supposed to be sworn enemies. So, and they also mentioned, I guess we don't know. So we know that the Temerians came over in the Rift, and the Sorax came over in the Rift, but like we're not quite sure what the time frame is on that, right? So maybe some came in like it was a staggered arrival. Maybe some had spent some time with the Sorax and, you know, been converted in some way. But it is interesting. That's a whole new spin on their lore right there. Who picked up that armor? Oh, of course it was the strong boy. Okay, so that is a breastplate. I feel like that may be something that Fasima could do. Let's see. Breastplate armor set. Oh, it's actually the same dex bonus, but it doesn't give stealth disadvantage. So hell yeah, let's do it. It doesn't look quite as like heroic, but I mean, I will take the extra whatchamacallit, stealth bonus. Yeah, perfect. All right. Let us move boldly forward. We'll save first. Save. All right, yes. Let's go. Oh, is this not like a proper dungeon? It's just a door? Huh. I guess let's go cautious. We just got that breastplate that helps us be stealthy. All right. Deeper in... And so the cult is digging something out of here. Hey, Amber, girl with the caramel skin. For those of you who are not familiar with the girl with the caramel skin, she is our rogue in the D&D campaign, the Shards of Chaos. An excellent player. She's also Solly the Giant in our Fall of Magic playthrough, which we just streamed last Wednesday. So you can see her in many of our content bits floating around here. She's great. She also, I'm just gonna plug Amber here. Wolfe, I just played Solasta for 8 hours straight. You literally just got off. I'm so glad that you're playing this. You're gonna have to tell me all about your party. We're gonna have to talk about that. Because I would love to know how you built your party versus how I built my party. But speaking of which, I'm gonna plug Amber. Amber has a stream, her own Twitch stream, which is linked on our stream under her name, the girl with the caramel skin. So if you are not watching Amber, please do, because she's great and we love her. So well, hopefully Amber. I mean, if you played for 8 hours straight, you're probably further along than I am. So hopefully I'm not spoiling anything for you. Of course, Amber, of course. I will. Listen, we're a team here at Level 1 Adventuring. We are a party, if you will. We are a party. That's a great question, though. If we were an actual adventuring party, what would our classes be? I think I would be a bard. I think I would be a bard for sure. Bard or a sorcerer. It would definitely be something with a Ka stat boost. And probably not a paladin, because I'm not that Not that devout. Okay. Let's see here. Nice. Okay, cracking open the safe there, Gwynholeth. What do we find? I've not used like any of these spell scrolls. I should probably be making better use of them. In fact, actually, you know what? While we're here, let's take a look. First of all, we have an unidentified potion, right? Somebody should take a little sip of that while we're about to spelunk into this dank cavern. I'm gonna let Korug drink that because Korug probably is the only one who has the constitution to stomach it. Oh wait, no, I can't. Oh, do I literally have to use identify on it? Huh, interesting. Although I do have Fasima, don't you have identify as a core spell? You do, as a domain spell. Oh, no free hand. Oh, you just get out of here with that nonsense. Thank you. Let's go to cleric spells. Identify. Can I cast you? Can I cast you? How do I cast you? Do I have to be like in the world? Let's go to Fasima. Let's go to cast spell. Let's go to Are you here? We should play a multiplayer. Yo, I would be so down for that. You know my computer situation. It is I mean, it's decent. It's an iMac, but it's like, you know, I think you have a proper gaming rig. So you will probably be able to handle some of that a bit better than I am. But I'm down for it, absolutely. You like Divinity, right? Because I've still not finished a Divinity game. And so playing Divinity multiplayer would be fun. That might be a good reason for me to play more Divinity because I'd be playing it with a friend. But yeah, who knows if my computer would. It may melt. Oh, there we go. Ritual. There we go. I was like, I know I can do this. All right, let's go to and Pathfinder. That's right. And I was just talking about how I've kind of been sleeping on my Pathfinder playthrough. Yeah, we should definitely do that. That'd be super fun. The party is waiting 10 minutes. What did we find?
That's on me.
A potion of hill giant strength. Okay. That sounds useful. Let's do that again. I know there's other stuff that we have not identified, right? Maybe I shouldn't be worried about that in this exact moment. That's identified. That's identified. I felt like we had something else. Maybe it was a weapon? No, prime dagger. Maybe I'm just making it up. Amber with the Divinity love, I love it. Yeah, no, I actually started playing Divinity 1, really enjoyed it, but didn't finish it. And then Divinity 2 came out, and I was like, oh, I'll just like start the beginning of Divinity 2 just so I can, you know, like see it. Which, of course, you know, you're just not finishing what... I pretty much just started 2 really good games and haven't finished either of them. So, you know how that game goes. Let's group up together. Everybody seems to be so far away. Why are you so adverse to being friends? Get together. Form up. There we go. And then let's click back into here. Maybe I'm just making this up. Maybe those are the only things that that could be identified. Yeah, no, 20th. You should definitely look at Divinity. Very much, I mean, similar vibes, like isometric top-down role-playing game, but with some very novel concepts in terms of like the action economy and like the storytelling is really great. The characters are very tongue-in-cheek, kind of humory. Kind of feels a little bit sometimes like Fable to me in terms of like the humor. So if like you're into that like smart, witty kind of vibe, very good. It is very homebrew. It feels like a homebrew like variant of another role-playing system, but I dig that. All right, so I think that's all we could identify for now. But you know what I am gonna do? Before we rush forward, I'm going to make sure Korug has that potion of Hill Giant Strength in his inventory, because hot damn, if anybody needs a potion of Hill Giant Strength, It's Korug. And let's give... I think it was on sale. Oh yeah, do grab it if it's on sale. Absolutely, that is worth the price of admission for sure. Okay, I think we're all kitted out the way we want to be kitted out. And party form up, party and pause, party move forward. Oh, we have a quest marker here.
Please don't kill me.
Well,
What are
that
you doing
not
here?
a good start considering we just killed everyone outside.
Are you tattooed with an A?
You don't understand.
Are you one of them?
What of what? I'm just trying to survive. I had no choice.
Am I playing Iron Man mode? No. I am playing empty head, just fun mode. I mean, I'm not playing easy. I'm playing just like regular difficulty, but you missed the earlier part of the stream, Amber, where I was pretty much just like I need to do something really easy for a solo stream tonight because my brain is just like still in vacation deep fried mode. So no, I'm not doing anything that is going to make me actually frustrated. All right. Korug's dialogue option is "You must die." Hilarious. Okay, I guess what we should do first is figure out this tattoo situation.
What does the tattoo signify?
I can't.
What?
He's dead. How is that possible?
How is any of this possible?
He was doomed from the start.
Huh. Interesting. So is it like a curse of like I look away for 1 second and man's just dead. Couldn't even get through a whole conversation. That's how bad his social anxiety was. People, I came into the mines to stay away from you. No, I think, I mean, the vibe I got there was like there's some sort of weird curse or like some sort of spell that's preventing him from divulging information about their organization. That was the vibe I got. But poor guy. Oh, I see some tracks over here. The way he broke down, I know, like the the animation of like the was pretty good. Wait, why are only some of you sneaking? Let us all sneak. Let us sneak as one. There we go. Thank you. All right. Yeah, he like imploded like a dying star. Huh. Seems to be going to a dead end. But if my dungeon master's senses are tingling, this dead end won't be a dead end for long, huh? Yeah, let's move this boulder. Push it around. Nice. Do a little crawl. Let's get in here. God, there are few things in life I can think of that would be more like fear-inducing than army crawling your way into a dark hole in the bottom of the earth. That's not something I wish to experience. Okay, let's go. Oh, another. Got a lot of stones to push around here. Oh, what's this like weird magical energy that's floating up? Okay. Intrigue. Oh, yeah, there was, at the fort, we saw that there was, like, a building that looked like it was built horizontally, like it was coming out of, like, the wrong way of the ground. And someone made a comment on it that's, like, old Temerian magic or something. Speaking of Divinity, I should probably get around to playing Wasteland 3. Listen, Wasteland 3... I'll say this much. I've never played a Wasteland game. I've played, Fallout, which I guess you can consider a spiritual successor or, whatever, but, I've never played a Wasteland game, but I remember when Wasteland 3, I was seeing promo stuff from Wasteland, and it looked so cool. I love the idea of the character building, the two survivors at the beginning of everything. That looked really cool. That's been on my list for a while now. So if you are giving me the go-ahead that Wasteland 3 is worth it, I will definitely put some time on that, because I was already interested for sure. Okay. Huh, that was cool.
That was unexpected.
This place is topsy-turvy.
Remind you not to take a dump in that hole.
Do you really make jokes?
Yeah, it's in my contract. Did Karen not tell you?
Might be good to remember what these blue currents can do.
Yo, Korug is like, every time I think that he's gonna lose his status as like main character, he pulls some shit like that. That was funny. Remind me not to take a dump. Automod. Oh, Automod said, can we say the word dump? Yeah, we can say dump. Allow. It was a decent sale, so I decided to grab it, the DLCs as well. There's already DLCs for it? Dang. Well, okay, so here's the thing. Where does one go from here? If the blue thing shoots you into the air, or can I jump by it? Okay. So blue energy will shoot stone up into the air, but you can walk by it. I don't know if that's an intended magical quirk or if that's just a game oversight, but we'll find out the further we venture. Okay. Nothing to... I mean, there's like stuff down here, right? But I'm not seeing any like treasure chests or anything to search in this ravine for. So maybe it's not worth going down there? Yeah, I don't think I can even highlight it as a selectable zone. So I think it's just forward for us on this narrow ledge. Oh, and down this ivy. Okay, I see where we're going with this. Man. All right. Oh, more ivy. Yeah, let's go this way. Let's scamper down like little bunnies. All right. Whoa. Music changed. Suddenly feels a lot more heroic. All right. Huh. Okay. Oh. All right. Well, the magic knows we're here. Oh, there's floating books. This is like, all right. This is what we want to see.
Look at this place. I've never seen so many books.
It would take a lifetime to read them all, even for an elf.
Must be worth a fortune. If only we could get everything back to Caer Kiflin.
I see the point of the scavengers now.
Why not keep this to ourselves?
Adraxis, you would want to see all the books, huh? Let's see. Ailing says, all right, 6:30 over here. Had to take a break. I wanted to say earlier that I fed some crows in the dog park, and if I don't bring food to them now, the entire family will bully me. Yeah, crows remember, right? Is it crows or ravens, or maybe both? But they're smart. They will remember people. They will remember actions. That's, like, very impressive. But yeah, don't get bullied by both. Yeah. Please don't get bullied by a bunch of birds, Ailing. That's... Please make sure they are well catered to. The Griff.Fin, the tall Griffin. I'm actually mad at you. The tallest gamer I know. Griffin knows so much about me as a person, and yet the only thing he will ever comment on about is how tall I am. And I'm really not even that tall. Like, I'm not abnormally tall. But thank you, Griffin. I appreciate you spreading my tall propaganda. That's what we love to hear. See, this feels like the right way to go, though, which makes me feel like maybe I should go the opposite way. You know, like, are there secrets this way? Could I jump over here? No, I don't think that's a selectable zone, huh? Nah. Mochi Fet redeemed posture check. The tallest apple... the tallest apple collector I know. Okay, so I'm gonna do a posture check while I regale the chat with this story about apples. So hopefully I haven't already told this on chat. Hydrate. Oh, okay, so perfect. Thank you, Mochi and Amber. While I take a moment to reflect on my life with Griffin here to support me. So not too long ago, I decided to what's the word? Cower before our capitalist overlords, and I capsized and I bought a what do you call it? The way we can see how tall this apple collector is without his posture check. What I mean, if I stand up, well, you're not. I can't even see what I look like on chat. I'm really not. There's no mystery. I'm 6'2". That's not like abnormally tall. It's just like a pretty tall, averagely tall person. Whoa, that's tall. I can't even see what I look like on the screen. But I folded and I got one of those Amazon cards. The water bottle. Yeah, we do like a perspective trick. Ailing. Ailing is getting flagged in chat for talking about how short she is. What was I gonna say? What's the word? What was I talking about? Being tall, but not too tall. Oh, I got one of those Amazon like rewards cards because I was like, you know what? I've gotten a lot of stuff on Amazon this past year. I need to just like, reap the benefits of it at least. And I bought. I was ordering groceries because it was the first time I was ordering like from Whole Foods because that's like where you get the points or whatever. And so I'm like trying to get apples because your boy likes apples. Who doesn't like apples? And I'm 5'2", tiny compared to 6'2". Right, but there are people who are like 6'5", 6'7", Griffin, specifically Griffin. There are people that are taller than me who exist. No, and I'm looking at the selection of fruit on offer to order. And I'm seeing some pictures which are like bundles of apples and some pictures which are just single apples, right? And I like Pink Lady apples. I think they are a tasty variant of the apples, so I'm going to get a Pink Lady apple. But I wanted like a bag of them, and I don't see any bags of Pink Lady apples. I just see singular apples. And I'm like, well, that's, no big deal. I'll just order like 7 or 8 or whatever. That's like however's normally in a bag. I might pay a little bit more, right? But like, whatever. I'll get what I want. I put in the order. Next day, buzzer at the door. I go to get the groceries. And, I'd never ordered from them before, so I wasn't quite sure what to anticipate in terms of, like, what a grocery delivery would look like from them. But it seemed a bit bigger than a normal order, but not, like, shockingly so. But I'm like, all right, let's cut them open. Let's start going. And the guy's giving me, like, a shitty look. Like, he's, like, staring daggers at me the entire time. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm sorry, I this is like your job though, my guy. Like, I don't really know what to tell you. Like, in my mind, I'm thinking like, I know it kind of sucks, but it's just like, that's what you signed up for. And so I'm like unpacking my groceries, and I open up a bag and I'm like, oh, here's my apples. I open up a bag and I see a bag of apples, right? And so my mind goes, well, earlier in the day, they were telling me like, oh, we have to substitute this item for this item. Do you want to substitute that for this item? Because we don't have it. So the whole time I'm like, yeah, sure. So I see the bag of apples and I'm thinking, oh, they probably saw that I ordered 8 singular apples. And they thought, we don't want to who would do that? Let's just give this guy a bag of apples. How thoughtful of them. I'm so happy that they leveled that amount of foresight at my way. So then I put the apple bag in the fridge and I keep going. I split open another one. And there's a second bag of apples. And I think, that happens sometimes. Sometimes you order one thing and they give you 2. That's unfortunate. I don't see it on my receipt. So that's just a free bag of apples. I'll figure out what I'm going to do with those later. And I pop them in the fridge and I keep going. I keep open. Later on, a third bag of apples. Now the wheels are starting to turn, and I'm getting a little suspicious of how many apples I'm seeing. And I think, well, lightning can strike twice. So we're just going to go through the rest of the bag, see what happens. I open up the rest of the groceries. The reason why the grocery order was larger than I anticipated was because they shipped me 8 bags of apples. Not 8 individual apples, although that is what the pictures on the cart looked like when I ordered them. I received 8 full bags. I essentially had a bushel of apples. It was as if I went to the farm and I harvested them with a sickle myself in the ye olden days. I had an entire fridge full of just apple bags. And so I'm becoming very overwhelmed, and I ring up their customer support and I say, hey, this is probably my bad. I saw your order online. I thought it was a single apple, and I've received as many apples as I ordered, probably 8 to 10 times that many. And so the person on the other line was not understanding what I was trying to tell them, because I was like, because they're like, oh, like you ordered too many apples? Like how many apples did you order? And I'm like, it's a lot more apples than I would need. Any person needs in their fridge at any one time. They're like, well, like how many apples? Like they could not grasp numerically. So I'm like, all right, I don't know off the top of my head. There's just a bunch of bags of apples. And they're like, well, it would help us. And I was like, all right, I'll start counting them. And so I'm holding a bag of apple. And I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Put the bag down. 10, 11, 12. She lets me get up to like 31, 32, 33. And then I hear her on the other line and she's like, oh, like it finally sinks in after like 30 odd apples. She's like, oh, okay. And so then she's like, let me put you on hold. Let me go to my supervisor or whatever. And so then she gets back to me and she's like, our sincerest apologies. We see the confusion, how the image didn't match up. And I'm like, it's my bad. Maybe it said it and I wasn't reading. And then she says, well, don't worry, because we've refunded you everything except for the 1 bag of apples which you intended to buy. And I said, thank you very much. And that was like she stopped and I said, what should I do? I still have like 7 more bags of apples. And then she goes, well, they're refunded, so you can do whatever you want with them. And I'm like, I don't know what you what you want me to do with them. Like, I don't have a use. She's like, well, you could eat them, or you could donate them, or you could throw them away. And I'm like, I'm definitely not going to throw them away. Like, you're just ready to toss 7 bags of apples? That's nuts. I didn't say that out loud. I just thought that very loudly in my head. And so I was like, all right, well, thank you so much. I will figure out what I'm going to do with these apples. And so, yes, I'm seeing a lot of Apple-related content in the chat right now, which I will scroll through. But basically, as Griffin knows, because I was texting all my friends, sending them the picture of all these apples. And I texted, like, everyone I knew, and I was like, listen, if you need apples, I'm your guy. You come to Papa if you want the apples, you know what I'm saying? Because they are free to a good home. And I eventually ended up managing to, like, pawn them off on everyone. I managed to deplete my flush store of apples. I ended up giving to Apple Poppy. Here's the thing. I'm not mad at that nickname. I mean, like, if it sticks, it sticks. But, like, here's the thing. I ended up, it was, some people took them willingly, right? Like, Griffin was like, you know what, I'll take a bag of apples. And I said, great, let's hook up. Let me give you that apple. I'm the Apple Poppy. I am the merchant of apples. And so that was like one transaction that was great. Another transaction, however, was more like I'm coming over to your house to hang out, right? Also, here's a bag of apples, right? You have no say in, it's a vape flavor. Oh my God, maybe I can't claim it then without being copyright infringement. you know, like I would just go over to someone's house and I'd be like, oh, hey, we're hanging out. Also, here's my welcome gift, a bag of apples. Hope you like them. How you like them apples? You know what I mean? And then also I had one friend, because I'm seeing like make apple pie and stuff in the chat. I wish I had the skill. I wish I had. Learning how to like be a better cook is definitely on my list of things that I want to do now that I have my own house. It's like important for me to learn. But I'm not there yet, and by the time I learn, those apples would be no good. So I did actually end up giving those apples to my friend Sydney, who's also on the show we talked about earlier. And she made an incredible apple crumble, which, full circle, ended up going back to my tummy, right? Because she made the apple crumble for a holiday party, which I went to, and I ate like 3 servings of because it was so good. And then Double Dare 2000, I was just pet sitting for her earlier today, and she was like, clean out the fridge, whatever you want is yours. I'm like peeking, I'm like routing through the goods. There is a whole container of apple crumble just waiting for me. It knew it was waiting. And so like I mentioned, I pretty much stayed up till 3 a.m. at their place watching Andor and eating apple crumble, which was a very good way to spend that day, all things considered. So I just took at least 10 minutes from that stream to tell you all about the great apple debacle of 2022. Andor is so good. Yes, Andor, Mochi talked about it on Discord with us, said recommended to watch. And here's the thing, I don't have Disney Plus. I'm a cheap man. And so I don't have a lot of streaming services. So when I went to Sydney's, I was like, I'm just gonna use your login. Only know how to talk about off-topic things. I mean, listen, Griffin came in here strong. Griffin asserted himself with the Apple lore, and so I had to oblige him. I'm just glad that he's here tonight. I feel the spirit of God in the chilies tonight. And Ailing says cooking stream. I mean, I don't know if you'd call what I would be doing cooking. Like, we are all one with the Apple lore. He blessed us with the apple. I mean, wow. Griffin, you came in hot in chat. You already have fans. You already have fans in chat for giving the secret knowledge away. Wow, that's like inherent to apple mythology, right? It's like the forbidden apple, the forbidden fruit, the forbidden knowledge. Griffin, you are getting biblical with us up in chat over here, giving us the apples, the forbidden fruit, the forbidden knowledge. I'm not mad about it. I definitely need to take a drink of water after that story. Yeah, that was a wild time, and I'm glad you all stuck around with me while my characters are frozen in time, looking at the floating library about hearing about these apples. It was a time. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. And yeah, maybe a cooking stream. I would have to pick something very simple, very, very simple to make. Because the only thing I really know how to cook, and I'm using the word cook very loosely, was I would when I was working at a physical location, I would bring a meal prep for the whole week. I would make like 2 weeks out. And it would just be like a very bare bones, very hearty, healthy. It was like chicken breast, sweet potatoes, broccoli. Easy. I was going to say easy as pie, but we know that is not as easy as we think it is. And I would make that, and people would like look at me kind of like sideways, like, you're eating that again? And it's like, yeah, I meal prepped it for a week and more. That's the whole point. And I don't know, like, to me, like, when I go out and I'm like going to a restaurant, I'm going to splurge. I'm going to get something like weird, something I couldn't make myself, something I know that's going to be good and interesting. Because that's what I'm there for. That's what, but whenever I'm just making food like week over week to survive, I'm like, yeah, this is fine. It tastes good. It's good for me. I don't really need to think about it. But it was like, and like blowing people's mind that I was able to eat like that. But I don't know. That's also how you don't spend $1 million in New York City eating at the food trucks and the restaurants. Splurging on all that money. Oh, wait a second. Puzzles. I see puzzles here. Oh, but maybe I can't get over there yet? Do I have to go... No way. No way can a character jump that. No path to destination. Give it a second. Or is this how, like, the whole maze reconnects at the end, you know? Maybe. God, there's so much stuff to see. Alright. Let's creep... Oh, wait. There's a magic ball? Light up this light. Let's get this party started. What happens if I touch it? Something bad?
Well, that didn't do a damn thing.
Did you really think that would open the door?
We need to be smarter about this. Think it through.
I mean, I don't know. As weirder things have happened. Explore the ruined tower, but follow the light. Oh, follow the light! Okay. This actually makes sense because we've been noticing that, that there has been, like, torchlight that has been exploding every once in a while as we're exploring this area. So I've just not been paying attention of where the torchlight was leading us. Is there any other thing to interact with here? The door. Can I just open it? Alright, the door is opened remotely. We have to follow the light. This light here was the last one I saw get lit. Yeah, get lit. But maybe I'm not thinking this through. So there's fire here, fire here, fire here, fire here, fire here. Oh, we can go down. We can go down. There's a ladder, and there's fire there. All right. Now we're thinking with portals. All right. Maybe I don't have to be cautious anymore. I'll speed things up. I mean, that's probably gonna bite me in the ass, right? There's gonna be a monster hiding in here for us somewhere. All right, let's get down here. And is there gonna be any fire that lights up around here? Follow the light. Not seeing it. Oh, but we see story. Okay, yeah, we know.
Is this one of those rocks that...
No, it's different than all of the other rocks, which expressly do that thing we're talking about. Oh, okay, a mysterious statue. There's a lot to take in here. A mysterious statue, more rocks to push. I feel like I'm so tempted to look at the statue, but they really called out that rock. Let's mess with the rock first. I'm feeling rock. Or do I have no path to destination? Ah, peculiar. So if I go here, can we go there? No. So then how are we getting anywhere? Can we jump the gap? Yeah. Okay, we jumped the gap. All right, I'm putting it together now. We jumped the gap. We jumped the gap over here. We pushed the rock. I'm using the big brain now. You thought I had nothing but beans and apples for brains? Nah, we got more than that. All right, so then we can jump over here. I just made an... and I can't stop laughing. If you don't drop it into the Discord, for all of you who are watching, if you aren't in the Discord, you're missing the bean memes. You're missing the... you're missing the apple memes. You're missing some quality content here. Okay, so we pushed that rock up there, but it really didn't do anything for us. I was really thinking that was going to be more... It's going to be more fanfare for that. Unless... there is... Okay, so there's ladders here. Gotta be a character who can jump it, right? Yeah, okay. Down here. Thank you. And then push this rock, which should then allow you to push the rock into the place for the statue, right?
Heave-ho.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I got this. I'm playing 4D chess over here. And let's get up here. And let's talk to the statue. Alright, we got this.
beautiful craftsmanship.
She looks like an empress.
Nice, Atraxis.
She doesn't bear the proper regalia. Not for a Manacallan. More likely, she was a wizard. A master of the Arcaneum.
Could this have been her home?
Possibly.
Her bones are probably buried somewhere under all these frickin' books.
You're an idiot.
I really love the banter. Like, I think it's so cool that you get to pick their personalities and then they actually sort of interact. I think that's so novel. I want more games to explore that kind of system because it's so cute. I love when they interact. All right. This doesn't look like something I can clear with a jump. No. But this looks like something I can clear with a climb. All right. Ooh, more bridging paths, huh? Follow the light. See, when you tell me to follow the one direction, I want to go the other direction just to see what's over there, you know? It's the curiosity is killing my cat. Well, not really. God, I get so sad when I think about Piper ever not being with me. I love you, baby. Let's open this up.
Interesting. It's in remarkable condition considering how long it's been here.
Do you think it has magical properties?
A spellbook that predates the cataclysm.
And I should care because...
Who knows what it might contain?
But it looks to be locked.
Take it. Perhaps someone in Caer Kiflin will know how to open it.
For sure.
Yeah, but right now, we have more important shit to take care of.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I kind of wish I could design the characters because, like for example, the cool face paint that and like the markings that are on Gwenhaleth and Fasima's face, like they give an option to do facial markings to the characters, but for the Dragonborn characters or the Dragonkin characters, whatever they call them in this game, to not like infringe upon copyright. I didn't think the options they were very limited. It wasn't like that interesting to me. So I just picked like one of the only ones they had because just to give him some visual flair. But to be honest, I feel like he would have been fine without it too. Like he's a dragon person, he probably still would have looked very cool. It kind of does look like he has like fudge all over his face or like blood, which like doesn't really suit his personality being like the sort of high and mighty person he is. But you know, maybe the new Atraxis lore is he's got a sweet tooth, and he's always got a couple of little fudge rolls in his pocket, and every time he gets a little hungry, he takes a little nib. You know, adventuring is hard work. It makes for hungry boys and girls. Maybe that's what he needs. All right, I'm definitely gonna jump over here so I can push over this, because that is just good adventuring.
In the Badlands.
I know. Expect the unexpected.
Ah, wow. Okay, that is. I was not expecting it to do that, but I understand why it did now. The dungeon is teaching me its physics. Oh, which means if I go down here and push this one, that will make the right bridge that we need. Okay, perfect. I'm picking up what you're putting down, dungeon. I know what's happening. This ain't my first rodeo. Alright. Alright, yep. But there's still probably no way to clear that, right? No. Alright, let's get back up here. Let's get over here. And now, okay, we have another statue over here. Whoa, someone get hurt? Chill out. No rush.
Wait, a trap.
Where do you see that? Oh, over there, okay. Thank you for being so perceptive is the word. We're not going to go there yet, though. We want to look at the statue.
You see that?
Is that a Sorak?
Ooh.
Don't be ridiculous. This is pre-cataclysm, before anyone knew what a Sorak even was.
Doesn't have the big spines.
It's a dragon.
It's no bigger than a man.
It's standing just like a human.
Ever seen a dragon do that?
Adraxis, you are literally describing yourself, my guy.
Stop losing time. It's just a statue.
There's literally a guy who is a dragon man who's looking at a statue. Have you ever seen a man look like a dragon? Stand on 2 feet? Do dragon things and man things at the same time? Impossible. Inconceivable. Alright, so we can... Oh no, did I just fuck up? Can I not get back up there? No! I wanted to look at this. Oh no, we can get back up there. I know, Adraxis is like, bless his heart. Just looking like dead in the face. Oh, wait. Oh no, let's not run on it. Whew, that was close. Oh, now they have to run. Oh my god, what is this Benny Hill? Bullshit.
Good arms you got.
Oh my god. Oh no. No. You're kidding. Oh, someone needs to play the Benny Hill soundtrack to that. I tried so hard to get y'all to not step on the trap. I really did everything within my power. Oh my god, that was such a mess. You are compelled. That's the headcanon. It was also laced with a spell that compelled them to touch.
Webs?
Oh, webs. Web sounds like spiders. Oh my god, I really cannot believe they just danced around all of that just to Okay, alright. Well, alright. There's so many directions. There's still this treasure chest down here. Well, I guess once again, even if we can't find it, it's no big deal. The scavengers will find it after us. But maybe we'll still find a way down there. There's so many branching paths. Alright, let's kick this over. But wait, can we go in here? Is this a thing we can do, or is that just a steep drop? Because that looks important too. Can we... No, that just looks like a straight up cliff drop. The power of the thirst trap compels them. Oh! That's a good idea for a D&D trap. A thirst trap. It's like a spell. Alright, let me work it out in my head. How does it work? A thirst trap, it compels you to like be drawn to a person, right? It's like an enchantment. But like the closer you become to them, it dehydrates you. It exsanguinates you. So by the time you like reach, you know, the thing that you are enchanted to like be so enamored with, you're just like a dried, desiccated husk, and then you perish. That is the thirst trap, which I will absolutely sexy mimic. Oh, implying that regular mimics aren't spicy already. Let's give mimic credit where mimic credit is due. Wait, did I just miss a statue up there? Oh no, I haven't been over there yet. That's too good. Almost like eating dehydrated apples. Why you gotta... Oh no. Is that a sarcastic? Oh no, not a sexy mimic. Anything but a sexy mimic. My worst nightmare. Someone said, why you gotta bring apples back into it? Listen, it was an honest mistake. Even the person on customer service said it was confusing. And they might have been saying that just to make... Okay, they did say it looked like webs. Okay, a spectral spider though, which is... Can a ghost spider make webs? Feels a little... Alright. Gwen, let's get you over here. You got a line of sight on this one. Do I use Hunter's Mark? I'm still so early in the day. How many spells do we have? Maybe not. Maybe we save it.
More coming your way.
Resists. Interesting. So it really is a ghost spider. It has resistance to non-magical weapon damage. I'm pretty sure that's how in 5e the ghost stat block works. That's interesting. Ghost Spider. I don't think I've ever really seen that in a campaign that like I've run. Mental note. What's worse than a spider and a ghost? Ghost Spider. Logging that up there for later. Amber, if you're still watching, you didn't hear that. Erase that phrase from your memory as your DM. I cast a spell which erases that knowledge from your brain. Ghost Spider, though. Interesting. All right, so I'm going to, I guess, just move an end. Yeah, I don't think I want to burn hunters on it yet. Let's see what these guys do. All right, they creepy crawl. Number one, they got a lot of... Oh, and they're above us, too. Okay, that's something I didn't know and am not happy about, personally. There's a lot of things I wish, you know, wasn't happening when it came to that. I can hit him from there. That would be my... Oh, we're still so early in this dungeon. Do I use another rage? I only get them back on long rests. Let's just do it normal and see what happens. Oh, I should have went reckless, though. Yeah, I should have went reckless. All right, that's my bad. I'll end turn. And then who's up? Adraxis. Let's get you... Do you still have a line of sight of that if you're back here? Yeah, let's get you over here. Oh, that's an opportunity attack?
Deal with it.
With a wisdom save. Necrotic bite. How much damage did that do? That did 15 points of damage to me. That is a lot of damage. These spiders may be harder than I thought. And I may be having reservations about not taking certain actions. Okay, 15 damage in one bite. And there's like 5 of them. Whew. All right, let's do some brain. Let's do some big brain. If I meta magic, first of all, let's cast a spell. Scorching Ray. But blur. Do I want to focus on my offense or my defense? I can still heal Adraxis with Phasema. If I Scorching Ray, I can select 3 targets, but I can also just select the same target 3 times. Let's... You know what? I don't really know how scary these things are. I'm a little afraid to burn resources on them, but that 15 was a lot. That was a lot. Okay, if I cast a spell, I have 2 of these. Let's just see. I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray on it. I'm gonna pump all 3 into him.
Solasta, Evo, Malmis.
I think only 1 hit. And it didn't, yeah, I think these things are big enough to be scared about, to be honest. I think they are. Okay. Amber, I don't know if you've gotten to this part yet, but if I should be scared, give me an emoji that it should indicate to me that I should be scared. I'm gonna end turn. And if I shouldn't be, send me an emoji that, you know, puts me at ease. Although I guess we're gonna find out right here. Oh, only some of them are spectral. Some of them are just regular. All right, slightly better. All right, let's cast a spell. Let's bonus action. Oh no, Amber. Oh no. Okay, I should be scared. I'm gonna cast this on the Adraxis. Wait, what do you mean? Yeah, I want to cast it. Okay.
Hakri Evo Cure.
I feel like I wanted to upcast it and you didn't let me, so I'm a little mad about it. All right, I'm gonna cast a spell. What else do I have? I've Spare the Dying. I have Guidance. None of that is that useful. Cast a spell. Let's just try to put some points on the board, do some damage.
Hakri Evo. Mummies.
Oh, of course the spider's gonna dodge that, because he's a little spider and he's nimble. Oh, the Spectral.
Are you still with us?
How much damage was that? Oh my goodness, these things. You lost your first part. No, Emperor. Why? Is that why you asked if I was playing Iron Man? Because you knew that this specific fight was coming up? Oh, that is bad. Okay. Alright, I'm switching to my swords. I'm going to bonus action Hunter's Mark. We know we should use it now, this thing.
Natura Divo.
Alright, and we are going to give it a slash. Alright, points on the board, that's what matters. End turn. Okay, what do you got some while to go. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, you're gonna take out Fasima, huh? Fasima's dead right now, huh? Miss. Oh, thank God, okay. Alright, first of all, do I pop this potion? The Hill Giant Strength Potion. Does Korug just uncork this and go full hog? Is that a bonus action to do that? I want to rage. For sure. Potion. I'm just gonna drink it, see what happens. And that's my action? Ugh. I wish it was not just my whole action. Okay, alright. Oh boy. Oh, goodness. Oh, man. Alright. Let's cast a spell. Let's... 1, 2, and 3. Attack the target with disadvantage. Actually, you know what? No, let's... What metamagics do I have at my disposal? Metamagic. Nothing? You're not gonna let me see? Maybe I should cast Blur on myself. Cast Blur.
Solasta, Oli, Clipe.
And then, can I drink a potion? No? What else could I do? I can create a sorcery point, or I can create a spell slot. Let's create a spell slot. Can I make a 3? No, I can't yet. Okay. End turn, I guess. Ooh. We need to heal Korug.
You're still in the fight, my friend.
Yikes. Okay. Cast a spell. See invisibility. That ain't what it is. Bless. Oof. There are some tough decisions being made here. Oh, I have a potion here. Let's pop that. Drink potion. Okay. Cast spell. She has good AC. Yeah, I wanna cast this at a higher level. Close the spell advancement option. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Is there a reason why I can't? Okay, do I have to click it again? Maybe I do. All right, Korug, let's give it to you.
Hakri Evo. Cure.
Thanks.
Still feels like I only casted a level 1. I don't understand that interface yet. Oh, it sucks. End turn. Korug, you still with us? Okay, you are. Round 3. Okay, Gwyn. You have 2 strikes on this guy. You have Hunter's Mark active. So let's go for it. Nice. Nice. Oh, it's dead. Right? Yes. Okay. Which means I can cast spell. I can move Hunter's Mark as a bonus. Oh, wait. Was that not the one I had Hunter's Marked? It should have been, right? Cancel. Oh, no, I didn't cast Hunter's Mark, right? Because I was afraid earlier? I feel like this should tell me I'm just moving it, not recasting it. I'm a little confused. Whatever. I'll just cast it again on you.
Natura Divo Malmis.
And then switch to my bow and end turn. All right, good. Yes, that's what we need. Some misses on the board for Fasima. Yes, misses on the board. Coming back. All right, Korug. Check the icons for the portraits. Yes, I saw that earlier, but sometimes if I highlight them, unlit. Okay. Hunter's Mark. I see that one in the corner there. Okay, I might have wasted one. I'm not quite sure. Regardless, we are going reckless. We have Hill Giant Strength. We're going reckless. We're raging. Hopefully we can just fell this thing in one hit.
Whoa! You didn't get
Nice. Okay. And I don't want to move because he'll get an attack of opportunity, so I'm going to stick right where I'm at. Okay. We're blurred up. We're going to cast the spell. We're going to Firebolt. We're going to twin it, though. And we're going to select you and you, because I think you have target. You have cover, right? Attack the target with disadvantage. Why am I attacking you with disadvantage? Maybe the spider has some sort of veil effect? Regardless. Half cover. This does not have half cover. I think this is the one to go
Solasta, Evo, Malmis.
Fortune is fickle.
Oh my god. Oh, did I really just burn a meta magic for nothing to happen? Wow. Wowzers. Okay, let's create a spell slot. Let's make another... Not enough sorcery points. End turn. This is rough. All right, Fasima. Fasima's got 12 health. You do not have... You're not an offensive spellcaster, truly. Detect evil and good. See invisibility. Find traps. Guiding bolt's going to be useless because you're in melee. Maybe we just pop a potion on you, or I could give you a healing for a Draxus. Let's give you a potion. Let's drink it. Then bonus action, cast this spell with a higher spell slot. Yes, I want to do that. Then if I highlight, click.
Hakri Evo Cure.
I still feel like it's only giving me the one. End turn. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, back to the top of the round. This spider has Hunter's Mark on it, so this is going to be the one that we shoot. Let's go for it. Oh my.
Good kill.
That was a kill? That looked like a low hit. Okay, I'm not mad about it though. We'll switch targets. We'll switch it to the other baby spider. Try and clear him out. And then if I move here, hopefully that will negate the cover. End turn. All right, a good dodge, a good dodge, a good dodge. That's probably going to be a hit. Oh, nice. Ooh, Fasima, that AC coming in clutch. All right. I mean, it's just him or me, right? I have 5 health, so Korug would not back down from this fight. Reckless attack, swing full in.
Yeah. Wait till the next one.
Okay. End turn. All right, let's put some points on. Who do I have? I can't hit you. This will have. I cannot reach the. Oh wait, I have to look at. Oh, you can go down here, but that's probably gonna be even worse for the aiming situation. Use your brain. Use your big, beautiful brain. Oh, I have line of sight on that one from here. Maybe that's what we do and help Korug out. Alright, so let's Draxus move you up here. Let's go to cast spell. Let's go to Firebolt. I can twin it. Oh, but I have to choose 2 separate targets, huh? That's fine. 2 targets is better than none. Disadvantage, +2 AC. Maybe you.
Solasta, Evo, Malmis.
Okay, 2 hits, 2 hits, 2 hits. Nothing killed, but points on the board. End turn. And then Phasima. If Phasima can land the killing blow on this spider, then that will recycle my Hunter's Mark by the beginning of next turn, which would be good. So let's switch up to my spear and give this a stab. Which is a resounding 2. Wonderful. End turn. Oh, Korug. Wait, Korug lived? Korug has 1... Oh, because he's a half-orc. He would have died, but now he remains with 1 HP because of... Yes. Okay. All right, we're still in it, baby. Cover us to +2 AC. I mean, I feel like, yeah, right? Korug is a lucky one. Korug, like I said, Korug has main character syndrome in the best way. Korug is meant to survive. Alright, so we're gonna shoot here. Please be a hit.
Hey,
nice.
That was mine.
Let's not argue about whose kills are whose right now, everybody. We are literally fighting for survival against ghost spiders. Wow, now that I know that you lost your first party on an Iron Man playthrough to the ghost spiders, Amber, I feel kind of bad that I want to use them as a future fight. But also kind of not. Also, I'm kind of still very interested in doing it. Alright, so I'm going to put a Hunter's Mark on you. And I'm going to end turn. The trauma. Yeah, the real damage is psychic damage. Psychological damage for reliving the fight. Okay. I mean, once again, it's either him or me at this point. If I move, he's going to get a free opportunity attack. So I think the only thing really to do is reckless attack, swing back in, and hope I, like, crit or something. Alright, points on the board. We both have resistance to each other's attacks primarily, which is the hard part. Except, I don't have resistance against the necrotic part, just the piercing. End turn. Okay, Adraxis, you probably still are suffering. I cannot reach the target, but I can still hit the target with a spell. Yeah. Cast spell. Burning Hands is useless right now. God, I wish I could upcast Firebolts. Twin spell. I guess I could twin it, right? Just to, I mean, do I have line of sight on both of them? Is that something I have right now? If I just cast a regular Firebolt, what does it tell me? Oh, I'll just ignore it for now and see what I got. I have line of sight. And I have line of sight. Yeah, so I might as well twin it. It's my last sorcery point. But why not? And then twin. 1 on you. Maybe that'll kill the one near Korug too.
Solasta, Evo, Malmis. Next time, I swear.
There might not be a next time, Adraxis. We don't really have time for you to think about missing like that. Both of them. Big yikes. Big yikes. Okay. Oh, Fasima. Fasima. What do we got? What do we got on the docket for you? You have one more healing spell. Yeah, I'm definitely not getting the +1 on this. Yeah, I'm tapping that. Do I have to click the 2?
Hakri Evo Cure.
Yes, that's what it is. I have to literally click the level 2 that shows up. Okay. I don't know if that's worth it. That might give him one more hit. We'll see. And then attack, stab at the spider. Although maybe I could use... No, if I use Sacred Flame, it's going to be a dexterity save against the spider to hit it, and I'm assuming the spider has really good dexterity because it is a spider. I probably have a better chance of hitting it with the spear, even if I do reduce damage because of resistance. So, yeah. Yeah, I'll take 3. 3 points of damage is 3 points of damage. Is that enough to... Yeah, that's enough to put you down. Alright. Alright. Okay. Who's got the hunter's mark? You have the hunter's mark. Ooh, it's getting spicy. It's getting spicy. Okay, that's a hit. End turn. Oh, Fasima. You poor thing. Oh, a failure on the death save. Okay. We have... I really should have looked at what kind of spell scrolls we have available to us, huh? Cast spell. What if I just did Burning Hands? I mean, it would hit like... No, but if I tried to move away with Fasima... I wonder, is it worth it? Fasima's next in the initiative. This is the spider with the low health. Is it possible to hit it with a Burning Hands from where I'm at? No. Unless I get closer, huh? Oh, that's so dangerous. But I do have Blur on. I mean, it's do or die, right? Alright. Let's move Adraxis up. Let's get Burning Hands. This is what adventurers are made of. Oh, Korug's gonna take damage from that too, though, huh? Maybe this one first? Can I make more? I probably don't have enough to make meta magic, huh? I have a breath weapon. I forgot I have that. But Burning Hands is probably going to be more powerful. God, there's so many options. Cast spell. Burning Hands. I'm going to target just this spider. Unless... Oh. Bonus action. Can I make sorcery points? How much is it to heighten a meta magic? Because if I can heighten the spell, then that would give them disadvantage on their saves. Oh my god, I'm really trying right now. Sorcery points. Where do I see my... I'm a Dragonborn. Proficiencies, crafting. Where do I see what sorcery options I know? Known spells. School. Where are you? Character. Oh, I don't know. It only shows me when I'm like casting a spell. And I don't know if I have enough to turn it into what I need. Yeah. It's a bonus action though. This might be dumb, but create sorcery points. But it's gonna take, it might take 2. No. I'm just gonna do dedicated points on the board. Oh boy, my stomach is in knots.
Solasta, Evo, Malmis.
Alright, they're both in critical condition. End turn. Fasima, let's... yeah. Let's get your regular hand out. Let's cast a spell. Let's do... Oh. Guiding Bolt. I could get Korug back up, right? If I bonus cast... Alright, Korug being back in the fight is a pretty good get. Alright, maybe I can put one of these down with a cantrip. No, I dodged it. I knew that was going to happen. Alright. Nice, that blur coming in hot. Okay. We're still in it. Hunter's Mark is on this one. So let's get the bow aimed up and ready. Very good. That's what we like to see. Wide misses at critical moments in the fight.
Your comrades will save you.
Oh no. Oh no. Ooh. Okay, wait. Okay. All right. I am thinking we're gonna rage. Because we have to. We are going to reckless attack because why not? We only live once. We're going to attack this thing right here.
That's battle.
All right. Okay. 3-on-1. Fasima's dying. I'm going to use a spell. Can I aim a Burning Hands in such a way that I don't get Korug in it? Yes. Oh, but I get Fasima in it. Oh, there's no way that I can hit the spider and not one of my allies. And if I hit Fasima, it's going to be a fail on the death save. I don't really have a good... But I also have Blur up right now. Which means if I try to make some space... Ooh, is that worth it? If I move here... provoke an opportunity attack with disadvantage. Let's try it. I don't think it would kill him outright. Nice! Glad I cast that blur earlier. Really glad I cast that blur earlier. Cast spell... I'm still gonna get one of them, huh? Unless, no, is that... Let me double check. No, I think that's it. I think that... Oh my god, camera. Please, camera. This is not the time, camera. Yeah, I think I can negate Korug from being in the blasting zone. Oh my goodness.
Solasta, Evo, Malmis. Death claims you.
Get wrecked, Ghost Spiders. Thank you. That was far more harrowing than I anticipated that fight to be. Wow. Oh, Fasima's dying, by the way. We gotta fix her. Can somebody help? Somebody help her do that. How we help? Normally, Fasima's the one that gets everybody back up. Oh boy. Phew, Amber, I know now why that fight took you out, because that was unanticipated how hard that was. Wow. I was like, yeah, I don't have to burn any of my resources. Let's not use Hunter's Mark. Let's not use Rage. End up burning through all my spell slots, all my Rages, all my everythings. What if we just take a short rest? Would that be enough to get her back on her feet? I guess we should, huh? Everyone got the shit kicked out of them that fight. All right. Yeah. Roll your 12. Oh, that's a good roll. Yeah. Please roll everything. We'll roll 1 for you. What do you got? Yeah, that's pretty good. Whoo! That was a spicy fight. Not gonna lie. Yeah. I think that might be a good place to call it. It's going on 11. That was a spicy fight. I think this might be a good place to pause for now, recollect ourselves, and come back again stronger at a different time. Wow. Solasta, really pulling off the gloves at that fight. Thank you, everyone who has stuck around for the stream, the 3 hours of the stream. I appreciate you being here. Once again, I am Wolfe Scott. I am the host and dungeon master of Level 1 Adventuring, the channel you're watching. So happy to have you here. If you have not already, please follow us in all the things. We would love to have you. We just passed 100 here on Twitch, and we're pushing for more. The YouTube could use some love, though, if you're feeling it. And our Discord, where we chat things. We're going to share a bunch of memes. Apparently, Mochi has already shared somebody has shared bean memes. Somebody has shared apple memes. There will be memes. And you'll also get updates for when we're doing streams like this, or if we're doing the actual D&D campaign. Join the Discord, says Loki. Yes, please. This Wednesday, I don't know if we have the head count to do a full. This is the first stream of viewers that watched and loved it. 20th! Thank you! I'm so happy that you enjoyed yourself. That's what we love to see here. More content like this coming straight to your face. I don't know if we have the head count to do the full party D&D on Wednesday, but if Amber's still in chat, we might be able to do something else if you're available. I know we might run another night of Fall of Magic if we have the usual heads, and if not, we could maybe do something else. If not, I'll do another fun solo stream. But yeah, that's my usual spiel. Please follow us on all the things. We'd love to see you there. I should be set for tomorrow. Okay. Oh, Ailing says Rune. Yeah, Rune. You know, here's something wild about Rune. Rune right now, in terms of our YouTube watches, is the most watched thing, I think, collectively we've done. I think maybe because it's tagged as Elden Ring and people love Elden Ring, right? But still, a very popular watch for the channel. So definitely need to stream Rune again because people really popped for it. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Please follow us on the stuff. Oh, happy holidays, by the way. Whatever you did, I hope it was a great fun time. I should say that the channel, my family's having a late holiday because my sister could not be in town for Christmas proper, so I will be gone from the 3rd-ish to the 13-ish, so like a 10-day span. So I won't be streaming over that week, or if that falls between 2 weeks. So you might not see me for a little bit, but you'll see me this week, and then we'll reconvene for the future for more fun. But thank you so much for joining us for Solasta tonight. And we'll see you for something tomorrow, says Amber. Maybe it'll be Fall of Magic, maybe it'll be a surprise. But no matter what, I'm so happy to have you here with us. I'm so happy we gained I think 2 new friends, 2 new followers this stream, which always makes my heart light. And we also saw a rare Griffin sneak into chat and drop some Apple lore, which is more than I could have asked for in terms of my expectations for the stream. And we gained a lot of apples is what we got. But I appreciate everyone in chat. I appreciate everyone who comes in. It means so much to me, and I hope to see you again. And until then, until tomorrow, peace easy, get some sleep, much love. I think that's all I gotta say. And now I'm gonna run that beautiful outro. Be good.